Cut it loose whenever you're ready, Charles.
Well, you can say that. That's your N-word.
No, our N-word's WAP.
No,
Wet ass pussy.
That's a generic fucking term, though. Without
mean-
papers, W-O-P, without papers. It can refer to anybody, but
Is that what that means?
Well, like, it was...
old school spaghetti benders got it for like, really late into it.
I don't want you to take any. I'm not trying to say anything bad about you, but you seem like an Italian.
That's racist. Way to start a fucking podcast.
Are you Italian?
Not even a little bit.
No.
You have an East Coast vibe about you.
How do you conflate the two?
What you just did with your hands there, homie. Like,
The two things, I was bringing them together. I pulled them back
The only other thing you could have
pulled
done
them
is
back
go.
apart.
The only other thing you could have done is go Yahoo. Me.
That's East Coast? Yeah. All right.
I mean, Japan's in the East, the Far East.
Well, actually, Mario.
Well, actually, hey, but actually.
Sorry, Mario was based on the landlord of the original Nintendo offices in Renton, Washington. So
What?
yeah, he was yeah.
That's true.
Dude,
I knew,
hitting us
I knew
Deep
that.
cuts, right off the bat.
Right off.
Homie with the deep cut. Someone's got the tism. You know what I'm saying?
I'm up there. I took the test.
I took the test, self-diagnosed from DeepSeek AI.
No, I was
Welcome back, Charlie.
Yeah, didn't know.
Shout out Charlie, dude.
Yeah, man.
Do you guys know any of the other fun video game fun facts that everybody always likes to say, like that scene in Scott Pilgrim? Like, do you know how Donkey Kong got his name?
I used to know.
He was a donkey?
No, there was a. Yeah, no.
No, he was a monkey.
But
A
that's what it
gorilla.
was. But the dude who it was his job that day to send the memo over to the American office on what the game is called, he got the word donkey and monkey confused. It's supposed to be Monkey Kong, and that's why it's Donkey Kong. Because he was like, yeah, Donkey Kong. Yeah, there you go. I love that I made him Norm Macdonald. Yeah, Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
Anyways, I got the tiz.
Hi.
So
Yeah.
Hello, Joey. Thanks
We ran the fucking thing? I should say the thing, right?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, I'll do the thing now. We were recording for a little bit. It's all right. We got all things. Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? Joey C in the place to be. I got a big boom box and a new CD coming at you live from the GFY Studios with the AO Show, Authentic Only.
Authentic only.
Here today with Shabaka Leak, doing the damn things on the ones and twos.
Hello.
The Steel Wheels of Fury. We've been talking for like 4 hours already with fucking Steven, yeah?
Yeah.
He was into it. Oh, I took pictures of one of his fancy cameras. He's like, yeah, take a picture, show Charlie.
Okay,
I
cool.
was like, all right,
Great.
cool. I don't know, big fucking thing, lens. I don't know, hit a button, things popped out of it. I'll show you.
Awesome.
Whatever.
Mr. Fancy Cameras.
Yeah, they were talking cameras. I was sitting here smoking a cigar. I was like, I'll just sit here. But sometimes that's the job of a host, is just sit there and listen. So, yes, maybe take that one for a test drive or something.
I'm so excited to do that.
Really?
Yeah. I haven't shot film in a long time, and I've never messed with medium format, so I'm excited to play with that.
You're more of a large format guy?
No, I've 35 millimeter.
Oh, yeah. That's.
I'm working with the small format myself.
I would say, is that small format?
They're not.
That's
Standard, a standard size
size
format?
That's
I'm just
standard
saying-
format.
It
It's,
seems like
how you
he's
use the format,
compensating.
you know?
He's compensating for the size of his
actually,
format.
that's
all.
monster format.
That's one of the biggest formats available out there.
It's the biggest format.
BBS. Big
Wow,
black-
it's big.
Big black format, man.
I mean, yeah. However you got to do it.
It's
Just saying.
BBF driven.
Sorry.
This is how it goes. It's going to be a fun one. I can tell that's good. I like it. Started out with a little racism, a little fucking slang or slurs for fucking certain ethnicities.
Italians.
Stop telling my life
Fucking-
story.
Fucking Italians. Those fucking Italians. They're the only ones you can still make fun of, though, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Irish too, but like they get mad about it.
Mm.
They get real mad about it.
Do they?
Oh yeah.
You call it a wanker or something like that?
Well, like potato chuckers.
What?
Yeah, you never heard that?
If somebody gets mad at potato chucker,
I don't know, dude. They had a whole famine about it, dog. Like it's
Don't have a famine about it. Jesus Christ.
potato chucker is.
I've never heard it.
never
I
heard
don't think
potato
that's going to
chucker.
get you demonetized saying potato chucker.
No, it won't. But it'll make an Irish person pretty pissed.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
What kind
not
of Irish
hard.
people
They're
you
all
hang around with?
alcoholics.
I don't know, dog. Like
Are these the non-alcoholic version of Irish people?
that's why. Is that why they're so happy? It's because they're always drinking.
That's what I hear.
What's the threshold? What's the threshold, by the way, of like happy Irish drunk versus like pissed off Irish drunk? Because like I want to know like how many gallons of beer that takes.
I can answer this question. The threshold is whether or not the Celtics win. That is
The
whether.
Celtics are the Irish love the Celtics? Oh, I guess I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I had to put it together. All right, fucking hell. We're just getting to know each other. We got to still figure out where things connect.
It's all bits. It's all bits with us.
Bits.
I don't know
That's
though.
what it should be.
Do you get
sometimes.
mad when you're drunk? I don't.
No,
get happy.
I'm a very happy drunk.
Same.
Like I'm a real happy.
I mean, that's your perspective.
I mean, I'm sure I got some references. I'm sure I got some good references. But
Sorry. You never
yeah.
been in a Donnybrook before? In
oh,
a bar?
Don, that's an Irish phrase.
What's
Donnybrook? Oh, it's a fight, like a bar fight with like multiple people. Just like everybody, all hands throwing hands. All hands throwing hands.
You
How
know-
do I not know
Oh, bro.
about?
You know about the front Donnybrook?
I boxed as a kid. Everything. I've
Yeah, you
never
wanna-
heard that.
It's,
Boxing is different than Donnybrook. So Donnybrook was a town in Dublin. And it was like they have like a festival and whatnot and blah, blah, blah. And people will go there and fisticuffs will break out for various reasons.
Yeah.
And it became a regular thing. So they eventually shut it down. This is like way old school. And then just a big fight, especially in baseball.
So it's like a rumble. Like,
Hockey.
like a
Hockey, a
fight,
big
like
one.
A Donnybrook.
Yeah, Donnybrook.
So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
usually like more of a riot type fight or a big brawl with a lot of people.
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
look. We learn something new every
Yeah.
day.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, it's
about
like-
to start.
Yeah,
a
you're-
fucking
fight. It's
You
almost
ready to
like
have a fucking Donnybrook, bud? You ready to fucking all hands throwing hands? Like hockey. Yeah, that's a big thing. They talk about that on Letterkenny like a lot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Yeah, he's about to get in a scrap. It's like a cold fucking comeback too. It's like you want to fucking go outside, and it's like I've been to Donnybrook once or twice.
Can I-
Yeah.
Can
Hell,
I-
dude,
can
that's
I-
old as
And
hell.
if nobody gets that,
But wait.
some old school motherfuckers be like, "Oh shit, get the cameras out."
Should we wait a second? If we did the intro, should we say who you're talking to?
Yeah, we're gonna do that. We gotta,
Okay.
I gotta get
All right.
there.
I'm sorry.
Can I-
Stream of consciousness.
Can I abbreviate it? Can I be like, you don't want to DB with me, brother?
Oof.
David,
I mean, you
they
can
might
do
think
that.
I'm talking about David Buster's or something. You know? I would love to go to D&B with you, brother.
Exactly. We got 20-sided die. We're gonna play the D&B, whatever you want to do it. I don't know. How are you freaking gotta go down? Who the fuck we talking to here, Charles? These are your friends here. You'll be my friends soon.
I don't know. I've never met these people in my life.
There's met him on the street, called him in. Hey, you want to do a podcast? We just so happen to have a podcast set up. Chad and Joseph, thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
brother.
man.
My name is Joseph Crumb. This is my buddy Chad Alan Gemma.
He got 3 names. This
I
guy,
do like a serial killer.
fucking
dog.
aristocrat.
Only cereal I kill is Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Really? Cinnamon Toast Crunch guy.
Actually, you know what? That's a lie. Cinnamon Life. Cinnamon Life. I feel is. I mean, it's like adult Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
that shit's good. Like I don't fuck with those grape nuts people though.
Really?
Oh, dude, have you had
Okay.
grape nuts?
you?
What about
I'm
Raisin
32.
Bran?
32.
You got time for
I
grape
probably
nuts.
should.
You got
I
time
should.
for grape nuts.
I got time for grape nuts.
With the way you speak, that's so. You got time. It sounds like something that's like some old like advice from back in the day.
You got time for grape nuts. Yeah. it's like you're still figuring things out. You got time for grape nuts.
Everybody has
Fucking
time
roasted.
for grape nuts. Okay.
No, that's all right. That's if we're roasting you, we like you. We like you
I
like
could dig
and
it.
respect you as a person.
How about this? I've been listening to a lot of Kippy and Hank, Are You Garbage podcasts,
Yeah, they're good.
and they go through this whole hour podcast and they ask people about
People who drink milk One of their biggest questions. You're
Yeah.
just drinking a glass of milk. You're trash.
Do
my
you, do you shake it first? You have to because
You have to shake the milk.
You
Sorry
gotta
to
shake the
interrupt,
milk.
but
Yeah.
it was just ironic
No.
that you bring up that
Exactly.
podcast while you're drinking a random glass of milk, dude.
There's coffee in it.
Yeah, it's a cafe au lait. I'm fucking from New Orleans.
That's a
Something like that.
cafe au
Yeah,
lait.
it's industrial strength, as they call it. Get it out of here. I can put it over there. But yeah, that's one of the questions they ask them. Like, hey, they interview comedians and they go through this list to determine whether they're garbage or not. One of them was like, you got cereal in the house? And then they go through the cereal bit. Here's the next follow-up, though. You keep the cereal on top of the refrigerator.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't got cupboards.
Yeah.
like
You
I live
keep
in
it on the counter, though?
the cereal.
Yeah.
No, because then what am I gonna cook with? What am I gonna cook on?
It's got to go up top.
It's got to go. Like I
You got no counter space or nothing?
no. I had to buy
Where are my
a
cats
fucking.
supposed
I had to
to
buy
sit?
a rolling kitchen island to where my cat's
Right on.
supposed to sit.
Yeah. Exactly, right? You put some aluminum foil up there. That'll be the last time they'll be there.
Wait, why is that?
They get
Aluminum?
they get afraid of the
they
the
don't
sound.
like
They
it.
don't.
I knew about the cucumber thing with cats. I didn't know about the aluminum foil thing.
Hey, Chad, we
Don't
don't,
look
need
up
to
the
know about all
cucumber
your
thing, but you could look up the aluminum foil thing. I don't want to know about the.
Nah. If you look up, if you have the words cucumber and cat, like you're safe.
They're
If it's
afraid.
just cucumber, it's
Yeah.
it's a crapshoot. like
They're afraid.
You pull some Japanese cat going yum 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 eating
Okay.
a cucumber.
Here's where
You put it on the counter and this is what happens. Bang!
what?
Yeah,
They
they
hate
won't go
it.
back up there.
terrifying for them. Okay, but here's where the disconnect is for me. I couldn't tell you what to do with a box of cereal. I was always too poor. I love it so much. I was always too poor to have cereal that came in boxes. I got
The bag.
bagged
Mhm.
cereal.
Yeah.
So I know all
Western
about that.
Family cereal.
Like, what do you guys do? Does it zip back up? I don't know. No clue.
Just wrap it back up, kind of stuff it next to something so it doesn't spill everywhere.
Cats are the best, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
the bag of cereal. I mean, that's the generic industrial size bag of cereal.
Golden Puffs.
Mm.
Golden Puffs, not even like some kind of
Golden Puffs.
main brand puff. It's a golden
What
puff.
was the? It wasn't Fruity Pebbles. It was like
Magic Loops or something?
yeah, like Magic Loops or like the the Fruity Rocks or something like something. It was something dumb.
Fruity Rock.
Don't yuck my yum. All I'm saying,
That
Golden
sounds like a
Puffs is
slur.
top 5 cereal of all
I grew up on
all time.
King Vitamin was the cereal I got because that was like the welfare brand.
That is
we
what
can
they
get.
called your bipolar medication. They lied to you.
King Vitamin. Nice. It came in a box. And the guy right, pull the fucking King Vitamin. It's a
Pull
cereal.
up King Vitamin. That's not a thing.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
King
Okay,
Vitamin.
Don't yuck my yum, right? Well, that's the subject.
It's a
Raisin
cereal
Bran.
from like the fucking 70s. Yeah.
Raisin Bran.
What?
King
I'm
Vitamin.
telling you.
Wow.
It sounds like a wrestler.
1968. Look at that.
Wow.
That's right, brothers. Eat your Wheaties. Like it sounds
Yeah,
like
that's-
some
Is that the
wrestler
Pope?
from the
That's
80s.
the
Oh, that's
box
not
I
the
have with the
Pope.
guy
Okay.
on it right
right?
there. Yeah.
Bro, that crown goes hard. It's
But
got
that-
spoons?
Yeah.
What are we talking about here?
But that was the one that you can get on like welfare or WIC or whatever, and that's the one I grew up
Yeah.
with. And it tasted remotely like I came to find out later in life, like Captain Crunch.
Ooh.
But Captain Crunch had this fucking ass ton of sugar in it.
Oh,
Captain
and it
Crunch will
murders
tear
the
up
roof of
your
your
fucking
mouth.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was the
So
that was the
yeah.
box. I
Did they
don't think
use
I had
the
fancy
same guy?
Oh my god.
That's his.
Wilford
Holy
Brimley.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all like that because you get it free from the fucking government. You know, it's corn and all the subsidized things, and they pump all the shitty
It's
chemicals in
government
it.
cheese, as they used to say.
Exactly.
Okay, is
Wow.
that? I've always wondered, is that like a saying that somebody made up?
No, that was like WIC and welfare.
actually
you
just
got
get,
a
like-
block of cheese.
Because
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
food stamps when I was a little boy. My
Food stamps, that's what you call it. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
my mom was, not in the best spot, and
Mhm.
she had a bunch of kids, and we would get food stamps for our birthday. Because you could like go and get things with
Yeah.
them. Like she would be like, "Here's some food stamps. I saved them for you." Isn't that sad? I know. But anyways, I don't remember government cheese. I don't remember a cheese that was just like no label on it. We would get Tillamook. You know what I mean? Shout out Tillamook.
That might have been so in this area that might have been the one that was subsidized by the government that they paid for so you can get that one.
Thank God Tillamook's the shit.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is, and that's the government cheese. But I
Okay.
believe
Wow.
way back, war era days, the government cheese was just this block of generic cheese, emulsified oil, probably mostly. And
Like
milk and whatnot.
block of Velveeta is basically what they're. Wow.
Yeah.
It sounds like a sick ass fucking hardcore band though. Emulsified. What was it?
Emulsified cheese.
Emulsified oil.
Emulsified oil, yeah. Exactly.
That does sound like a
We're
good.
emulsified oil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6.
That was good. 666. Oh.
No, I can't
that's
take
solid.
credit for that. That's from
That's-
Jim. That's from fucking Jim. I think Jim Carrey said that. I don't know, but
Oh God. He
That's a
was-
good one.
whatever. I stole a joke.
Well, man. All right, now we got all that shit out of the way. I don't want to get in the habit of summarizing people, so if you can, tell the people who you is and what you do.
My name is Chad Alan Gemma. I am a local comic in the Portland scene.
One of the best.
Oh, not even true. But I am. I'm also trying to start a production company. I run a show right now called Paraoke with my co-host here, Joseph Crumb, where we bring comedians on. They write parody songs and they perform them in front of an audience and a group of judges. We do that every third Saturday at Newell Studio.
Shout out Newell.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal little spot. The proprietor Jesse Newell, he's fucking great. Yeah, so I guess that's a little bit about me. Joe?
Jesse is great, but I just want to say that I left my shoes there last time we did a show, and he didn't give them back for 3 days. And I'm pretty sure he was fucking sniffing them and shit, dude. So, nah, I'm kidding. We love Jesse Newell. Shout out Newell Studios. My name is Joseph Crumb. I'm a really unstable individual.
I already had that written down. Look at that. Thank you for codifying that.
Chad is the
filmmakers.
brains of our operation. I'm more of an idea guy. I'm a wild card. You know what I mean? Like, all right. At what point should I reveal that this is not my haircut? This is a clip-in bangs. That's not how my hair looks, guys. Anyways, I'm kind of a wild card. I've been to juvie a bunch of times. I've committed every crime there was. Every time somebody asks me why I do stand-up comedy, I say, have you ever played Grand Theft Auto? You know how after you've committed all the crimes, then you just start doing weird side missions like, oh, I can race RC cars? That's what I'm doing with comedy. I'm just kind of having fun being a cool, neat guy.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You made it. Well, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it.
Oh, thanks for
We'll
having
have a
us,
conversation.
Man. This is
You want
awesome.
another beer? I'll pour you another beer. Pour him a beer. I
got it.
Go for the table.
Yeah, what the fuck?
We'll get appetizers for the table here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some appies and then some nappies.
I feel like talking to you is like watching a season of The Sopranos, where when I leave here, I'm gonna totally be like, listen, calm, come on. I do this podcast for these people. And I swear to God, like I know I'm gonna be talking that way when I leave here. What the fuck was that? You know?
So you're from Brooklyn originally, right?
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought. All right. I'm my bad. My bad. So when did you make your way to the West Coast?
2014.
Oh wow. Okay. Cool. What was your reasoning from?
Yeah. What charges did you get? The witness protection thing.
My
I'm sorry.
here in Whitsec and go, you know what? I'm in Whitsec and go anywhere. I'm gonna go to fucking Portland, Oregon, or Pacific Northwest?
Honestly, yeah, right. You do have witness protection vibes. Like you know something.
What?
You just come on. Not like you did anything bad. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, my daughter was born in Brooklyn, New York, and
That was
my
the
family had retired down to South Carolina.
Witness protection.
Went down there and was like, it's probably not. You know, I lived in major cities my whole life and whatnot, so didn't pick there. And my daughter's mother was from this area, and so she had her whole family and generations here and friends support. So that's what it was. And also, being in cooking, I worked with some guys, and I was like, I think I'm moving to Portland, Oregon, to go work for Nike, like be a cook in the facility.
Yeah.
Because like a good corporate gig. This guy was having a family, and he was like, I can't make no money here in Philadelphia. or anywhere on the East Coast enough to do that, I can go and get a nice corporate gig, get benefits, and support my family.
If you're gonna cook, you want to cook for Nike. You know what I mean?
I mean, it could be a great, it
No,
could be a
like
great
they.
gig.
I'm saying.
Those companies, Nike, Boeing, Intel, they have like private chefs and stuff like that, and like.
And the benefits
Yeah, the
are
benefits is a big
like
thing.
side note, I dated a girl that worked for Nike, and they get half off everything for, even after you lose the job. You still get half off everything. That's crazy. Yeah.
That's a penny.
Anyway.
Yeah,
go ahead.
that's how I made my way to the Pacific Northwest area. But I've lived in, Jersey, Philadelphia, San Francisco, New York, North Carolina. So
Won't hold San Francisco against you, but everywhere else.
hold it against me? What do you mean hold it against me?
I don't know. Every time I meet someone from the Bay Area, it just.
I'm not from there. I live
I know.
Yeah, you can't tell that's a San Francisco accent.
There's plenty of fucking Italians and there's a whole section of fucking San Francisco.
How do you feel about San Francisco?
When I was there, it was probably, the 3-4 years I was there, it was probably the most creative time of my life. I was cooking at a high level.
Wow.
I was playing in a band at a pretty high level, like getting paid to play gigs and shit like that.
What type of music?
Funky jazz, bluesy soul type stuff.
Okay.
But played in a couple different bands, a couple different things here and there. So every day it was just like, all right, I'm going to this place where I like working, and I was creating food on a high level that I thought, I was getting that creative outlet, and all day I'm just thinking about playing music as well, and then get done. And it's like, all right, well, I'm either going to play for 8 hours in my room or go to a gig or go to a rehearsal and doing all things. Plus, you're in San Francisco. There's lots of good food. And
that is true.
Just like living, I liken it to being in this area.
That's what I was going to bring it.
Like being in San
it's
Francisco
very
is
similar.
cool, but you can go to an hour, like drive an hour and be in Muir Woods or Stinson Beach, or there's beaches right in the city, or you can go to Big Sur. Everything's really close.
So
same thing
you
here.
wouldn't like badmouth San Francisco?
I mean,
I was mostly kidding.
I don't have a whole
No,
lot.
it's okay. Lots of people hate San Francisco. Lots of people hate us. It's fine. It's understandable. I get it.
It's California, so there's a certain view and whatnot. Like one of my first interactions there, I was going to the farmers market at the Ferry Plaza. It's like one of the biggest ones around. It's been there forever. It's great. And I wore a shirt. I had a shirt that I got. It said it was a cornucopia on it, and it read, "Nobody likes a vegetarian." And I wore that to the farmers market in San Francisco.
Ooh.
And some old lady
It's like
comes
wearing
up
a
to me.
swastika
and was like,
shirt.
Yeah,
Sorry.
this lady
Anywhere.
comes up and she's like trying to read me the riot act. I'm like, lady, it's a fucking joke.
Obviously, I'm wearing it ironically.
I mean,
Like, she was proving your point though. She was proving the point of the shirt.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I oftentimes wear ironic shirts, and one of the things that I have to remember is that not everybody knows me. And sometimes I wear a Nickelback shirt, and someone comes up to me and they're like, "Oh my God, I fucking love Nickelback too." And I'm like, "Yeah." And like the most recent one was, I can't remember what it was, but I wore some ironic shirt, and the person walked up like, "For real, Crime Watch." And I'm like, no, I'm a criminal. But yeah, I asked what you think about San Francisco because I find it to be very similar to Portland, right? Where there's this weird dichotomy, and people, it's a very polarizing place where a lot of people have what they have to say about Portland, you know what I mean? Or Vancouver, whatever you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not exactly what people always think it is. I don't understand how it can be the most pussy place in America, but also so dangerous at the same time. Are we pussies or not? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we can't be these little snowflakes and also, like, you're going to get stabbed if you try to walk to your car. Like, I don't know. It's interesting to me.
I mean, you might have pulled that out differently. So I liken San Francisco to this area geographically, because in an hour you could be at the coast, or you could be at a big mountain, or you could be in a deep dark forest.
Yes.
Yeah, city-wise, I much prefer San Francisco. And the people there, I mean, there's some hardcore motherfuckers in San Francisco too. There probably are in Portland as well, but there's
everywhere.
I mean, San Francisco is what I would consider a major city. I don't know on the list of like biggest cities right now where Portland falls, but is it in the top 10 even?
Portland's like one of the smallest big cities. We're
Exactly,
kind of
yeah.
like a Reno. You know what I mean? I know. That's awful, but that like that's how I feel at least. Like we're not in LA, we're not a Baltimore, we're not a Philadelphia.
I mean, you're huge cities though. I don't think Baltimore's on that list, but Charlie, can you pick up a list of the like top 20 biggest cities? It's LA, Chicago, New York,
Right.
in whatever order it is. I think Phoenix and Philadelphia
Texas
are in there.
Yeah, like
It might have been changed over the years.
I think that we're
But I
like
don't know where Portland is.
I feel like there's those cities, and then we're right here. Like we're just one.
All right, here we go. New York, LA, Chicago, Houston.
Yeah,
We don't even make
Phoenix,
top
Philadelphia
20.
6. Yeah,
Seattle,
Phoenix and
though.
Philadelphia usually go back.
Oh, Seattle's huge.
Is Portland even on the
No.
top 20? No.
No.
I said Texas.
Seattle's in there.
Yeah, Seattle. I mean, Seattle's big sprawl. There's a huge metro area.
It's
there.
also so condensed though. Like everybody's packed in there. Not to.
There's Portland. Go back. 28.
28.
Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said,
Top
we're
30
like a
top
Reno.
30 ain't
If
bad.
we're right next to Reno, I'm gonna laugh. Are we? 'Cause-
And we're shrinking. No, we're
Yeah, people are getting out of Portland left and right.
yeah.
See, I was
They
born,
were coming for a while, and now they're all taken off.
I was born and raised in Portland too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no shit.
You
Yeah,
went to high school here and everything.
I went to high school in the greater Portland area. So I was in Clackamas, but everybody's just like, "Oh, you're from Portland." And it's like, might as well. And it's easier than just explaining where Clackamas is to
Yeah.
people.
I've
So,
been here 10 years. I don't know where Clackamas is.
right.
I know there's a mall there, right?
Reno's
Yeah.
78, so we're 3 times bigger than Reno, or twice.
People
as
are
big as
flocking
Reno.
to Reno. Look at plus 6.6% to Reno.
The fact that people are flocking to Reno is a sign
Reno's
of
bigger
bad
than St.
times.
Louis. Holy shit.
Anchorage is bigger than Reno.
Oh, fucking Alaska's bigger than Reno?
Yeah.
Come on, Reno. You
I
got
went to Reno as a kid, and I was a little skateboarder, and that's why I went down there. Was with the team that I was sponsored by, and
it was a flex.
Yeah.
So we were down there though, and the strip just had a bunch of like half-drinking drinks on the curb that people left when they get
And
in
that's
their
where
cab.
his problem started.
Yeah, and me and my buddy just
Free
walked
drinks.
around drinking
Yeah, exactly,
drinks
yeah.
and shit. It was god awful.
Right on. Yeah.
Circus, shout out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, well, that was my San Francisco experience. I had a good time, and lots of good food in San Francisco. It's an old city, too. Portland's got plenty of great places to eat and whatnot. Different, though, you know?
Yeah.
Plus, I was there in the mid-2000s in San Francisco. I haven't been back in a long time, but I hear the city has changed significantly, so it is what it is.
I see. If I were to move anywhere else besides Portland, I have a feeling that I moved to New York.
New York City?
Yeah. Well, I would probably want to live in like Westchester area.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Pennsylvania.
Oh no, I know. But believe me, I know. But I have friends or I have a friend that lives in Westchester. And I went and visited them 3 years ago now, and it was phenomenal. Great experience. It was,
Yeah, Westchester's
well,
different out.
it was oh shit. I can't remember what the name of the area was, but it was within Westchester.
Mhm.
But like in the city and everything too. Like it was just this cultural mecca, and it was just so
Felt like the vibe.
oh, it was incredible.
Yeah.
And the coolest I had ever felt in my life was going to a show at the Blue Note Club.
Mhm.
Not saying much.
Oh, dude, no. Have you ever been?
I'm just saying the coolest you've ever felt. That's not
No.
a very high bar. to
Right.
fucking
But
say.
like you go to a show at the Blue Note Club, you see a jazz show at the Blue Note Club, and it's like I felt cool as hell.
Did you go to the cellar while you were there?
No, I didn't go to the Comedy Cellar. No, I would.
Caroline's? Anyone stand?
Mm-mm.
None? All right.
No, I was only there for like 5 days, and
Right
so
on.
we didn't really have much. I did go to Brooklyn though, and they have this thing called Smorgasburg that
Mhm.
they do.
I'm
and-
familiar, yeah.
Oh, that was awesome. It was like 100 fucking food carts all
Mhm.
packed into this giant lot, and there's like every nation was represented
Absolutely,
there, dog.
yeah.
It was awesome.
Mhm.
Brooklyn's like everyone was like, "Oh, careful going to Brooklyn, careful going to Brooklyn." I'm
Come
like,
on.
fucking why?
It's not 1970 anymore.
I know, and that's the thing is like people don't understand like cities fucking change.
Yeah.
Like I
Rudy
still get
Giuliani.
I.
I'm shoot.
Yeah.
For real.
but like people used to say shit like that about Portland, like going downtown Portland, be careful, the Bloods and the Crips, they out.
My
Yeah.
uncle actively thinks I'm about to die every day
Really?
because of Portland. Yeah, he's like, "Are you okay?" Like every fucking day,
Damn.
because it's what you're describing.
Yeah, no, and I remember hearing about that in elementary school. They're like, if you're going downtown, like,
You're not.
stay with your group or stay with your parents, blah blah blah. And it's like, why? Like, I've never seen any sort of like, and it could just be I was very sheltered as a kid, but like I had never seen like any gang activity in Portland. And there's like, I guarantee Portland detectives are like finding shit to do. Like they have to search for shit.
Well,
to
they're
do.
not. They're actually actively trying to not do things, but also that's what I love about them. They won't pull you over for shit. It's awesome. But I do get that. Like I always was like, I don't know why my friends want to be gangster so bad. We should be thankful that like we're not shooting each other over blocks and stuff like that. And it's like that in other places, and it's not like that here. But yeah, like it's interesting to like see how people think it's so dangerous, and I'm like, man, you're gonna be fine.
Like
you're gonna be fine.
There's a part of Portland in Southeast called Felony Flats, and like even that area is very fucking tame. like it's 82nd, but like no one's coming after you.
I live on 82nd right now. It's really fun to look out my window right now.
Oh,
it's fucking cool.
Some of the best food is out there too.
Oh,
that's true.
God.
I will say this about Chad though, and even he's saying this, and a perfect. You know what I'm about to say.
I have a feeling.
Even he is saying it's not that bad out here. Chad is the type of white. He's the type of wholesome. He's the type of good kid where I helped him move one time. We strapped his mattress. I'm sorry.
I'm bringing up the slide story after this.
We strapped his mattress to the top of his truck, and somebody pulled up to us and was like, "Yo, your mattress flew off." A nice mattress too, like one of them Tempur-Pedics or some shit.
Wasn't.
Anyways, we got up. He's mad. I've never seen Chad this upset. The first thing he does is he calls his mother. His mom is like, "All right, honey, I don't know what to tell you, you know." And Chad, you know how when I get mad, I'm like, "Fucking shit, motherfucking bitch." Chad's go-to "I'm angry" phrase, I never seen him this mad, was "Golly."
No.
I did.
You hit him with
No,
golly?
I like.
So if Chad's
Here's
not
the
scared
thing,
of
like,
Portland,
it's easy-
you're a bitch.
It's easy
If
to
you
say.
are.
It's easy to say, "Oh fuck, shit, piss, damn, whatever." But like,
You used your words.
I
Look at
used
you.
my. I was. I was
He's a
using my
sweet
words.
boy. He's a sweet boy.
All right. So since Joseph was calling me out, he and that same night.
Oh,
he
it was the same night too.
Yeah, I'm
Nice.
pretty sure it was the same night. He was crashing at my place that night, and we decided to go for a walk and go to the park near my place, and he's drunk, and
Whoa, big surprise.
we had both been smoking weed that night, and he's like, "Hey," and this is mid-December, and we're going through this park, and he's like, "Hey, dude, I bet you anything I can run up that metal slide." And I said, "I think you're gonna eat shit." And then he gets one step on this metal slide. And
Wait, hold on.
Bam!
Face first. Nice.
He
Yeesh.
he said
Can we get a sound
I
effect
don't-
for that, Charlie? Just like a bam.
he said
Yeah, there we go. That's
he
his
said,
sound
"I
effect.
don't think you're gonna be able to do it." And I said, "You don't think I can do it?" And he's
Hold my
like, "Please don't." And I'm like, "I'm gonna do it." And he's like, "Joseph, please don't do it." And then I did it. So
And he broke his collarbone.
Oh shit!
Smacked his face on this metal slide, broke his collarbone, and he's
Couldn't get your hands up in front of you.
No.
hands were at his side. And
we
he-
thought my head was the problem.
I thought he had a fucking concussion.
I hit it
and-
pretty hard.
You have to break your collarbone.
There's a video if you go on shout out Roast City. If you go on the Roast City Instagram, you can see me from about December 25th, where I'm on stage roasting somebody, and I have a broken collarbone, and I'm super high on Chad's dog's neuter medication.
Oh, it was gabapentin. Yeah. He he was
What
like,
the
"Dude, do you
fuck?"
have?" He's like, "Do you have anything?" And I was like, "I got Bishop's gabapentin." He goes, "That'll work." And
Yeah, I'm super high.
Bishop's
Oh wait, here we go.
gabapentin.
No,
Oh,
right-
Bishop's my beagle.
No, right on. I was.
Oh, not Rose City.
it's Roast City. It's
Oh, is it Roast City?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like some mushroom you pick
It's
out.
me
in
and
the forest.
Tyler Dean.
at
Tyler
that.
Dean's a great. Right there, too. Right there. That's me. Go over. There
There
we
you go.
This is me on Chad's dog's neuter medication.
Lead singer of a pop punk cover band that only performs at high school proms. Only 18 and under.
This fucking guy.
Thank you, Hispanic.
He got me. Blink 18 and under, Hispanic at the disco. We got each other. But I am so high and so broken collarbone in that video, and you would not be able to tell
I'm
at
saying,
all.
you're hiding it well.
Yeah, I'm very high on dog dick medication. Look at me, just moving it around, acting like nothing's going on.
Oh yeah, it was your left, wasn't it? Because
It's
and
moving.
I kept forgetting it, and like I would greet him and like give him a hug or something. He's like, "Oh fuck."
I pride myself on being able to perform under any circumstances. I don't care.
That's what the
what
show
type
must go on.
I don't care what type of STD I have.
Jesus Christ.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Mike Tyson getting in the ring on fucking chlamydia or whatever you
In
had.
Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah. in
On,
Japan.
like chlamydia's a drug. Like yeah, he's on chlamydia.
Hey, Mike Tyson said. That's a true story.
I believe it.
Anyway. I don't know how we got over all the way to there, but
I mean, you were hopped up on, you had your collarbone broken, you were blasted on Bishop's gabapentin,
Yeah.
and then,
Bishop
Shout
the
out-
Beagle.
shout out
Bishop.
Yeah.
Dude.
shout out
Bishop-
Beagles.
Bishop the Beegs, bro.
right on.
Good guy.
Good, great guy.
Somebody said he's the best dog. I walked in. I said, "Wow, he's the best." Sorry.
We're gonna do that like 50 more times throughout this, guaranteed.
Clip it. We got it. We'll string them together.
God.
So Charlie tells me, Chad, you got a special coming out on the YouTube.
Special. Oh, well, so we post the Paraoke videos on YouTube under Gemstone Productions.
Gemstone Productions.
Yeah, and that's the YouTube channel, but you can find it as if you search Paraoke, and it's spelled karaoke but with a P at the beginning. And it's just a mashup of the words parody and karaoke.
Yeah, no shit, Chad.
You know what? Some people don't get it. Some people fucking don't.
They don't. You don't
Not
want them-
saying you wouldn't get it.
you
I
don't want
wasn't
them
saying.
to click on it anyway. They don't get the first part of it. You don't. Get
Yeah, so we have the first 2 episodes posted there. I'm posting the shorts every day on there. And this is fucking awesome because I have to every time
Should
I
we-
post one of these videos, I have to do a appeal for copyright.
Okay.
But it's like we're making parody songs, and that's covered under like free use or not free
Karaoke,
use,
but parody.
like
Weird Al,
fair,
but
fair
karaoke.
use.
Fair use.
Yeah.
It's covered under fair use law, and so like I have
But
to
if
go and
somebody
say-
wanted to copyright strike us, they could if they were dickheads.
if they were dickheads, yeah.
Yeah.
But I
so
mean,
if you do it, you're a dickhead.
like if Cake's saying like, hey, you can't use the music from
I
Shorts for
love that
One
we create.
Check.
I love that we
Like,
created a show where we have to be like, "Hey, Prince's estate, you better be nice
Hey,
to us."
hey, listen here, Ace of Base.
Nice.
But we do. It's I'm worried about it too. So I'm glad.
So you're doing covers of like popular songs too.
Right,
Or,
right.
like,
So like the
obscure
last
stuff.
one, the last ones that we did, because so we perform on the show as well as host it, produce it, and bring and book the talent for it.
Okay.
The last ones we did, Joseph did a cover of "Fuck You" by CeeLo Green, except it's called Type 2 Diabetes.
Yeah.
Diabetes Type 2. And then I did
I was worried about that one. I was scared.
I did a parody of Night Moves by Bob Seger, but it's
Nice
called,
boobs.
It's called Nice Boobs.
Right in the
So,
pocket. All right.
yeah.
It's it's literally like potty humor, but it's the thing that everybody does and relates to so much. We all have a
we've
nice
had-
boobs. We
We've
all
had
have a diabetes
hemorrhoids.
type 2.
We've had a girl that did Lexus Charday. She did a parody of Back to One.
One, it steps on people who have IBS.
Right.
Like how you can avoid shitting your pants. One, avoid gassy food. It's so fun. There's
Two,
costumes.
Don't eat Russian through.
Yowzer.
Oh, it's so good. The show's a fun time, dude. This is probably the most fun I have had producing a show.
Without a doubt.
Good.
Oh God, and and I think the reason it's been successful so far, I mean, with the 2 iterations that we've done, is just because, I mean, for one, we're bringing an original idea to Portland comedy. I mean, you have so many different people that have, oh, I'm going to do a roast show. I'm going to do a show where we make fun of a church.
And no offense to any of that stuff, but
no, it's all got its place and it's all great. But then you also have like, okay, we're going to do a showcase. We're going to have an opener. We're going to have 3 features. We're going to have a headliner. And there's 50 others. And so what we're doing is we're
copy paste.
Right. And so we're bringing this original idea and allowing comedians to flex a different muscle on stage. I give these guys homework. I'm like, listen, you're going to write your parody song. You're going to send me your lyrics. And then I'm going to turn your lyrics and the karaoke video that we find or whatever into a karaoke. We make a lyric video for them. Okay. So that way they don't have to practice it. And honestly, I prefer that because it makes it so much funnier.
Yeah.
And you know why it feels special? They probably won't ever perform that again.
Exactly.
Like it's a one-time deal. When are you ever gonna get to sing Burger King? What's your thing again?
So
that's a front, right? Money laundering. When is Amanda Lindell ever gonna get to do that again?
Exactly. She parodied "Country Roads Take Me Home," but it was Burger King. What's your thing?
It feels special.
It's so good. Nice. We had one gal, Jenna Urban, who did Friends in Low Classes instead of Friends in Low Places, and it was about eating the rich and like
fresh off Luigi Mangione, by the way.
Oh yeah, that was topical too, and it was.
Beautiful.
Why do I feel like he's your nephew for some reason?
I don't know that guy.
Come on.
If anything, he'd be my cousin.
Well, why do I feel like you're his nephew?
Wait, you're Italian?
I am Italian, yeah. My dad's side. Gemma, it's Calabrian. Yeah,
sure.
So, well,
what's it short for?
I don't. I think it's always just been Gemma. But, I mean, it could. I would have to ask. Honestly, I would have to ask. But
I'm guessing I got chopped off somewhere.
Oh, guaranteed. So like my dad
or something like that.
My dad's side of the family, Calabria, Lazio, and then my nana, her side was Sicilian. And so her last name was Amato before she got married, and then my dad's mom, it was Catanzariti. And then
that's a good one.
Yeah, and then we had
the most Italian word that's ever existed.
And then we had Gigalotti. I'm not making this shit up.
If your last name was Gigalotti and you were a comedian,
dude,
no one would change it. No one would believe you. Nobody would believe you.
No one would. But no, I have a whole bit that I do too about how like I'm not like my dad hates my comedy, and I know this because he came up to me, and you'll get this reference. So he came up to me after a show and he was like, "Hey bud, that was the best set I think you've ever done. However, I think you should tell John Panette jokes." You know who John Panette is?
I do.
Of course, yeah. You know who John Panette is.
His Italy bit's great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nay.
Like Sebastian Maniscalco.
Exactly, like Sebastian Maniscalco, but yeah. Like my dad's like, you should tell like John Panette jokes, and I'm like, well, I can't do that, Dad. And he's like, well, why not? And I'm like, that's called plagiarism. And then I do the joke is I say, well, then my dad said, well, plagiarism's how I got through high school. So, and he, like I said, he fucking hates this bit, but then I tell him, it's like, the truth.
Yeah, it's good.
And he's like, well, why don't you talk about being Italian on stage, about your heritage, where you come from? And I'm like, well, I don't talk about trauma on stage, Dad. And no, I didn't say that. What I said was like, I'll talk about it, but like, you're not gonna like any of it. And he's like, well, why not? And I said, because we're not the cool kind of Italian. Like, we're not East Coast Sopranos mob connections Italian, Dad.
That's the cool kind? Holy
we're from Portland.
You guys are like the type of Italian that was upset at how Sopranos was portraying Italian. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are
Sopranos is like one of his favorite shows, too.
I have a feeling your family not so much.
But like, we haven't been from Italy since like 1900. So like, like we've been in America for generations now.
Yeah, but Portland, how'd you get to fucking Portland?
So my great grandpa Catanzariti, emigrated to through Boston, and he was supposed to meet his brother in Portland, and they were going to get a job working on the railroads.
Okay.
And so he makes it all the way to Portland, and his brother never came.
Eesh.
And so my great-great-grandpa, he ended up working the railroads. He joined the military.
Mm-hmm.
He also was like a supervisor when the Rocky Butte prison was being built and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then just kind of like total pull yourself up from the bootstraps.
Yeah, did the work.
Guy.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, he did the work. He was, I never, of course, never got to meet him, great-great-grandpa,
Mhm.
but.
Pull yourself up from the spaghetti strap.
Shut the fuck
Beautiful.
Because he's
How long were you holding on to that? How long were you holding on to that?
It was hard. It was pretty hard. I'm good now.
But but yeah, so that the Catanzariti side came from Calabria. The Gemma family, they were from Lazio.
Okay.
And then Nana's side, the Amatos, they were Sicilian, and then she was Sicilian and Irish. Like her dad, Cox was her. So Amato was
How
her
many
mom's
people
maiden
did she
name.
stab?
Oh, dude, I guarantee my Nana has
Stabbed somebody, bro.
or at
Sicilian
least
and
backhanded
Irish.
a
Come
bitch.
on.
She's the sweetest, kindest woman.
Absolutely.
Just salt of the earth. But like, if she hasn't backhanded somebody, like I'm surprised. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
But no, like, and then I talk about it like on stage, and one of the jokes I make is that Dad, sure, you have a secret sauce recipe, but here's the secret, folks. He stole it from Rachel Ray, and like that's the
yes.
he hates this.
I
bit.
fucking wonder why.
He fucking hates this bit so much. But it's his own fault. He's like, well, why don't you talk about anything else on stage? And I'm like, cool, I will. You're gonna hate it. And
That's good.
no, it's
man.
fun. It's fun stuff, man.
Me and
Stand
your dad talk about a lot of the same things. Why don't you talk about it? I'm kidding.
Fuck you.
I love you. I said he was one of the best. Fuck off.
But no, like I didn't get into stand up to get famous from doing stand up. Like when I started doing it, it was just a hobby. But like I wanted to, ever since I made my first show. In fact, I was planning on doing a monthly show up here at the Uptown Barrel Room.
Okay.
And so we did a one night thing, and it ended because the co-host I chose alienated the entire fucking crowd, and it sucked.
Okay.
But I
Don't talk about me like I'm not here.
It wasn't you.
You
It was not you. But like I ended up I caught a bug for it, and I was like, wow, I booked the show, I produced the show, made it happen, paid for the posters and everything, got the venue to put up money to pay the talent.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I love doing this. I love my whole thing is like I want to be able to make a culture where we're able to pay very talented people who are much more talented and better at comedy than I am. I want to pay people what they're worth.
This should be our job.
And that's exactly the culture that like I think everyone should be trying to create. And like do the work, get out there, get the sponsors, get the money to put these shows on, and pay people like a decent wage, like help people make their rent doing comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the people that are genuinely out here grinding day in and day out at open mics and doing showcases and, traveling as far as they can to do comedy, the people from Portland, I want to highlight them. So
Yeah.
You know how many people didn't make it because they have to pay this, that, and the third, and their car broke down, and I work a waiter job, and I work in customer service, and I don't have the time. My schedule is not lining up. You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
Think about this, though. How many comedians have saved people's lives with their jokes, right? And not to get serious.
No,
not
it's
to get
absolutely
serious.
true, though.
But, like, we're missing out on people because they have to go fucking work some 9 to 5. We got to figure out a way to make this people's jobs.
Yeah.
To make it of actual, like, here's what you do. 1, 2, 3, you got a job. Be funny, be charismatic, show up.
That's my goal with Gemstone, is to be able to pay comics what they're worth, and to be able to give them a stage and give them a not only just the pay, but the exposure as well.
Yeah.
And I know everyone's like, oh yeah, I'm paying you an exposure. Like you're gonna be on our YouTube, you're gonna be on our Instagram, whatever.
It's like that in music too. It's fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Any art form.
Yeah. And so I want to actually give them a stage, give them a sounding board, and eventually work with agents and people and like, hey, I got this guy, he'd be perfect for you. I know you represent this comic, Joe Blow, whatever, and it's like I want to give back to this community because this community has given me so much dopamine over the years.
Right on.
Like I've gotten so much laughter, and like I can honestly say my friends are funnier than anyone else's in the world.
Nice.
And so it's that's my dream, dude.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I agree with everything Chad said. That is why we do it. And I love that he has that. And I'm not one of those comics that's like, we're so special, we're comedians. Like, fuck off. Like that's kind of my point, is some of the funniest people I've ever met in my life are not comics. They're everyday people. You know what I mean?
100%.
But they have to go and do your plumbing. They have to go. Like, I was a roofer for 10 years. I'm not saying I'm one of the funniest people. I'm not. Trust me. But I've been roofing for the past 10 years. Some of the funniest people I've ever met in my life were never even considering doing comedy. Not even a thought, you know what I mean? And it would be nice if we could just one person that we could like help go like, oh shit, dude, it was great that I didn't have to worry that month and you guys helped me build my career into something special.
100%.
Like that's what I want to do. Even just one.
Yeah.
We'll figure out who it is, and then I want some royalties.
It's gonna be Vaughn. It's gonna be Vaughn.
Oh, some fucking money, dude. Whoever it is, just know, motherfuckers.
You owe me $12.
You owe me.
About right. Yeah.
If you know, you know. You owe me $12. I say everybody does. Everybody does owe me $12. Fuck off.
Start that Patreon. $12 subscription. Nice. Yeah, that seems like an honorable thing. I mean, having or starting a vehicle for these people to get a platform to do their art. 100%. And you showcasing it and helping on the front end, the back end, whatever end you can, even give them the space to do it.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
This new little studio you talked about where you do the Paraoke.
Yeah.
You said you do it in front of a live audience, yeah?
Yeah.
How many cats do you get in there?
The last two shows we had, I think it was between like 26 and 30.
I would
that's
say
good.
25.
This is a good sized studio.
Yeah, it's decent. Like, so right now with the June show, the June show is the first show that we are actually selling tickets for.
Oh, you said
Sorry,
June
it's-
show. I was like,
The Jew show.
No, we're not
The one
trying
with
to,
all the Jews.
we're not trying to get you demonetized. That
No.
hard.
He's writing down
June
show. Yeah.
June show.
But it's our testing ground. It's like, okay, now we're selling tickets. Let's see
Right.
how we can do
So
it.
the first
Nice.
the first two, I wanted to make sure that it was something that people actually wanted to be a part of. The first show was a resounding success. It was
The feedback.
Oh, the feedback not only from the audience but from the comics, the people that we booked, and the people the outpouring of the community of the people that want to be on this show has been just staggering.
People want nothing to do with me. The comics that I look up to that have reached out to me to be like, I want to be on that show. I'm like, all right, we got something here. We got
Nice.
something. So
Good.
I think we could sell some tickets.
Yeah, so that's so June is the first show that we're going to be or that we're actually selling tickets for. We have 45 tickets to sell, and my goal is to sell in at least 3 months in a row. I want to sell out 90% of the tickets. That way, I can justify moving to a bigger venue.
Yes.
And we've had Curious Comedy Theater has reached out.
Shout
to
out
us.
Curious, man.
Yeah, Curious.
Great fucking venue.
Yeah, Heather,
Even if we don't get on there, Curious has great shows. Go there.
Yeah. So Heather English, the managing director from Curious Comedy, she reached out to me, and she's a big karaoke person in
Nice.
general, and like music comedy person in general. And she was like, "Hey, I want to be on this, but also like, how do we get you guys into Curious?" And I go, "What do you mean?" And she goes, "I want to." She basically expressed interest in co-producing the show with us, or at least just offering a space for us to do it.
That option.
Oh yeah, and I think so too. I think at least if we co-produce the first one together
Mhm.
and like get the word out and get the word that hey, this is now at Curious Comedy.
Yeah.
That's going to be something that just only helps us grow our crowd.
I think growth is the goal for
Oh,
us.
yeah.
Like that, we want to just make this thing a thing. You know, like I genuinely, the reason why I love it so much is it's the only. There's a few like roasted coffee with Anthony Martin. It's another idea like that, but that's our buddy. The great show. Check it on YouTube. But I feel like if I was going through my algorithm and I was going to stop on something, I would stop on Paraoke. I would watch it. So I believe in it wholeheartedly. So we want it to be as big as it can possibly be.
Nice.
Like
Charlie, can you pull it up?
I
on
don't want to
Instagram?
half-ass it, you know.
What?
The Paraoke.
Yeah.
How many
Just-
seats at Curious Comedy?
Their main stage has 170 seats.
Oh, fuck balls.
So their main stage has got 170. With New Well, they have a max of 50 people. And like in
I
the
think, like,
venue,
fire code, right?
like
we
because of fire
couldn't-
code, they have a
yeah.
max of 50. And
Mhm.
so like my goal is to fully outgrow that space.
Good.
And that's the yeah. So this is the Instagram page.
You could play mine if you want. It's a banger. I'm not
Oh
gonna.
yeah, the one with where it says diabetes type 2.
Two right there, yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh
that's
God, why did I
Nice
pick
jacket.
myself?
You still love me? One legged on my buggy.
got a phantom.
Got a phantom in my still feel there.
I gotta get an X-ray
Gotta get an
for this
X-ray.
clogged up
Clogged up
artery.
artery.
I can barely make it up a flight of stairs. I'm addicted to glucose. Yeah, only 1 foot left to lose. Every day I grow bigger. I'm as fatty as my own liver.
Gotta buy one shoe. Go get the
I only gotta buy one shoe. Go get the manager. I'm not paying full price. Fuck that.
Foot on the ground.
Diabetes type 2.
That's been stuck in my head
Yeah.
since.
That's been one of the funnest parts. Please stop. I don't want to watch myself. I hated that.
No, it's good, man.
That's one of the funnest parts.
Nice fucking shoes. Look at
Is
you.
yeah, yes, thank
Shoes
you.
and jacket match. Nice.
Yeah, he looks like if he clicks his heels 3 times, that he'll appear at a trap house. Like that's.
I show up on 82nd.
Nice.
That's one of the
Location.
funnest parts is like after we do the show, like letting the person know who like performed, like when Almond did short cane long titties.
Oh yeah. So it was like short skirt, long jacket,
Yeah.
but it was called short cane,
Yeah.
long titties.
You can
was
play it
about-
if you want, but me and him for like 2 weeks afterwards just kept looking at each other and going, "I want a girl who knows not much."
Beautiful.
And that's the funnest part is like we're never gonna get to do that song again, but give me your Weird Al. Like, let's see your best Weird Al. It's so fun. It's so niche. I
mean, there's
love it.
people that make a career out of it. Weird
Exactly.
That's the goal, man.
Yeah.
My goal within the next 2 years is to completely replace my income with producing comedy shows.
Yeah, go get it.
So not just Paraoke, but I want to do some showcases. I want to bring some big names out here and like make money doing this.
It's
And,
expensive
yeah, oh, you God, yeah,
because
Yeah,
I
that
did
money
it
to
recently.
spend money to make money.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But
Right on.
yeah,
I did a show with a big comic recently, and we had to give him $10,000.
yeah. Oh, Sam Talent, dude.
Hey, you didn't have to.
What?
Can you edit that out?
Oh yeah, can we?
Thank you.
Can we okay.
Sure.
All right.
I'm serious, for real.
Sorry.
Sam's getting big right now.
I know. Yeah, we gave him a lot of money.
Yeah.
So okay, yeah,
Was he funny?
yeah, he's the shit. He was awesome. He was amazing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Seems like a super down to earth dude too.
Very fucking
Been through
cool.
the shit.
Very cool. I
Doing
just
cool
didn't
things.
want to be like, all right, now I'll stop.
Flex. If you,
All right, cut, and then.
I mean, who
But,
else is
yeah.
local now? Like big stage like that. Is Kyle Kinane still around?
Yeah,
I
he's
would-
still he lives in
Beavertown, yeah.
Beaverton. I know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Kyle Kinane or Sam Miller for my next one at the
Nice.
convention center. That would be the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyle was the first person I saw coming out of COVID when Helium opened back up. And it was good to see him local again. I've been a fan of his for a while.
Same. Back when he was doing the roast of stuff with like Greg Giraldo and all those guys, like that's when I first saw him was like on Comedy Central. And I was
He
a
was the
kid.
voice of Comedy Central.
Yeah, he
and
was,
coming
yeah.
up at 9.
Yeah.
South Park.
Mhm.
That's
God,
crazy.
And I remember being so awestruck by Kyle Kinane being just like him on stage, and he was so fucking hilarious. And he's got this one bit where he talks about he says something about like a school of fish, and like he goes, and I know that joke's not great, but like I keep it in there because of how mildly clever it is. And I remember that to this day, and I'm like, holy fuck, like that's incredible.
Yeah.
he completely threw me off at PFP. I got through the first round, and I was like, cool. That was so fucking. I'm gonna win.
You're
Watch.
just walking around big dick and
Dude,
everybody.
I fucked up the second. I was not good. I bombed hard. But it was because I'm sitting next to the homegirl Megan, and she's like, "Look, Kyle Kinane just walked in," and I was like, "Huh." My dick went back inside my body. It was awful. And
Starstruck,
yeah,
that's good.
my whole set, I was just like, Kyle Kinane's watching me. Oh no! And if he ever hears this somehow, that would be embarrassing. But yeah, I was like,
Clipping that.
Yeah.
fuck you.
Sending it right to Kyle Kinane.
But yeah, he totally threw me off. I was like, "You're the guy who used to tell me when South Park was coming on." What the fuck,
Sure, I'd
dude?
love to hear that. That's great.
Said I did 9. You're getting fucked.
Okay, wait, hold on. Quick story, because Megan has to do with this, and it also has to do with that. I have a good friend. I'll ask her if I can tell the story, and you might have to cut it out. But Megan was a sperm donor. She found out who her dad was. She was like, "I'm gonna go find out who my dad was." Remember Richard from the season 1 of Survivor, the naked guy?
Yeah.
That was her sperm donor.
Holy
She
shit.
found out that was her dad. She's on Beast Games. If you go on Hulu or whatever, she's on Beast Games.
Amazon Prime.
There you go. Shout out Amazon.
Shout
So
out.
anyways,
No,
Shout
they
out
don't
Jimmy
need it.
Donaldson.
They don't need the shout out. Cut that.
but listen, guys, this is a funny story for me.
Fuck Bezos, dude.
Jimmy, give me money. Jimmy, give. Okay.
I was like, oh my God, your dad, he had a big effect on my life because when I went to juvie a lot as a kid, 63 times before I was 16.
Jesus fuck.
I know. It was on weekends and shit. It's not that big of a brag. And
Not that big of a brag.
so anyways, listen, I was like, how do I, like you walk onto the yard and you fight the biggest motherfucker there type shit.
Mhm.
How do I do that? I was trying to intimidate people, and I was like, I'm going to be like Richard from Survivor. So when people would come by my door to drop off my roll, my boxers and whatever, I would just be standing in my door naked. Just butt naked like this, watching the TV. Just to intimidate people, just to freak people out. And then I was like, I told Megan this, and she was like, I'm gonna let you text my dad because she had contacted him. So I got to like tell Richard from Survivor. I got to be like, yo, dude, you did this thing for me.
Wow.
Yeah. It was pretty
Beautiful.
good. He responded and everything. It was cool as fuck.
That's a great story. Yeah. See if she'll let you tell that. That's good.
Yeah,
Like, he
I'm
responded
sure
back
she
to you
will.
too?
Yes, we were texting. She was
That's pretty
he's
cool.
actually a good guy. He was
Yeah.
just a sperm donor. It wasn't like he abandoned her,
Yeah. Mhm.
So he was pretty cool. But yeah, Megan is the shit. She's one of the greatest comics in the Portland scene. She's fucking awesome.
Oh, she's
Nice.
hilarious.
yeah.
She's
Good.
fucking hilarious. But yeah,
Alright.
man.
Now that he's gone, you really talk about stuff.
So Israel Palestine. No.
No,
Can you point to it on a map?
No.
can't.
Probably not.
You can.
I'm pretty
No?
educated on it.
Yeah.
I'm Lebanese, so
Oh, look at
it,
you.
it, like,
I didn't know you
means-
liked women.
You piece of shit. It's pretty important to me, Chad. But yeah, it is
Yeah, he's
what
from
it
the
is.
scissor region.
Free the guys. That's all I'll say.
Free the guys.
Free the guys, man.
Not which ones, but just free them.
You know which ones. Come on. My last name's Hayek. I'm from Lebanon. Alhamdulillah, inshallah, Allahu Akbar, Bismillah.
Jesus
inshallah.
Christ.
Talk about getting demonetized.
I was just thinking
Holy
that.
shit.
Which side do you think I'm on, huh?
Just say, we're gonna have to.
All right, I'll stop.
We're gonna have to have an app for that.
I feel like you just summoned a demon, dude. Like that's.
I did. What?
Is it that 3-eyed bitch?
Are you Catholic?
No. I was not raised Catholic. My dad was raised. My dad and my uncle were raised Catholic. My nana is very Catholic. I was raised non-denominational Christian, and yeah, like here's
What
the
the
thing.
fuck does that mean?
Basically,
32
just
flavors
like
of Christianity.
yeah, it's
You didn't
just
pick any
like
of 'em.
it's just the one that is just like, hey, dude,
Just plain
Jesus is
old-
cool. Like that's it. Like that's the basis behind is love your neighbor and like Jesus.
Like
is
the
cool.
least like
The least
specific-
problematic
the least
Christianity.
specific Christian you could be.
Yeah, like we're
Okay.
not Baptists. We're not going to hell. But like
The first time my mom sent me to church, I'll never forget the speech she gave me. My nickname when I was a kid was Mouth, and she was like, "Hey, they're gonna say a bunch of bullshit, and I know you're gonna want to say something, and you better not, because this is the only babysitter I have." Yeah, my mom said that to me, dude.
that's fire. Oh god, shout
Hey,
out Mama Crumb.
I had a great time at church, man. We're making soapbox cars, and
You sure that wasn't Boy Scouts?
I don't know. Either way, I got
Like
molested.
either.
Sunday.
Damn it!
school,
You took
but
my joke.
It was coming. It was in the chamber. You know it was coming. That's what it is.
My bad, guys.
Oh god.
I could dig it. So your last name is a stage name then? Like I written down, Crone or Chrome?
Crumb.
Crumb.
It is a stage name.
Right on.
I won't reveal my actual legal last name.
I think you just did, didn't you?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's my father's last name.
Oh, yeah, right on.
My stage name is from. Do you know like Fritz the Cat?
Oh fuck yeah.
Mr.
Yeah.
Natural, all that stuff. Keep on trucking. You ever heard that phrase? Anyways,
You have a guest? He's all excited about it too. Look at you.
is it a cat?
Is it Fritz the cat?
Is it Fritz the cat?
I wish it was a cat.
It's not a cat. All right.
It
Cat
comes
videos.
from a popular like think Hunter S. Thompson, like a comic.
Hey!
was,
Everybody knows each other.
I
Hey,
don't.
Melina.
Did you not tell her they were here?
Yeah, I told her.
She seemed surprised.
I don't know this guy.
Yeah, I
This
don't
is
know you.
Joseph.
I said that.
Wow. Okay. Hi.
Melina Best, everybody.
Melina Best.
You got
Put up
another
her
Oh.
mic?
credits right now.
One of Willamette Weekly's funniest people.
Look at that.
Dead ass. Yeah,
That's prestigious.
it is.
I used to date a stripper named Prestigious.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm just saying, I did.
She's. I was gonna say.
She's gone. You scared her. She's gone.
And the door hasn't closed yet. She ain't hung up nothing.
It's actually funny. One of the first successful showcases I ever produced, Melina was booked on. It was Massive Laughs in 2019.
Is that on the YouTube page?
That one's on my personal YouTube page,
Okay.
but I used to run the show at this place called Chapel Theater.
Okay.
And it was called Mass of Laughs, and it was like definitely a play on words
Mhm.
of hey, this
No shit, huh?
Chapel Theater was this spot that it used to be an old chapel, and they turned it into a performing arts theater, and so they let us tell dick jokes once a month, and so it was really great. And Melina was on the very first one of those, and it was she fucking killed. Yeah,
You were desecrating
these
the
guys?
house of the Lord.
absolutely.
Not
From
me.
back then.
Yeah, there was no holiness left in that place.
Met, but
Introduce yourselves. Get
no,
to
I mean
know each other.
we already did. But
No, yeah.
You want something to drink?
Oh.
I'm good.
Is that a no?
Usually that's me.
We have raw milk.
We had past tense. It's all gone. That was the last one. Sorry.
I've seen your like social profiles. I just haven't-
The police reports and shit.
Nice.
Actually, you saw him last time I saw you at Montevilla. You saw Joseph there too. Yeah, he went on after you.
Yeah,
At
I was the
Montevilla.
guy where I boofed 3 gas station Rhino pills, and then everybody tried to throw horseshoes around my dick. It's my closer.
I wonder why I didn't come later.
Boofed. We're gonna have to Google boofed later.
It means stick stuff up your butt.
We don't have to Google it now.
It's better that you don't.
I did actually learn that
It's-
this
it's-
week from the show Hacks.
Oh yeah.
Oh, jeez.
You didn't know what
From Hacks.
boofing was? You guys really didn't know what boofing was for real? I'm teaching you that right now.
I'm pretty.
Okay. All right. I thought, honestly, I'm going to be honest. I thought everybody knew what boofing
Honestly, like coming back to like comics that I want to put in the spotlight, like Melina. 100%. Like ever since I met her, she has had one of the best deadpan deliveries of any comic in this scene. And it's like
Which is hard to do. It's
you're
hard
you're
to do.
you're No, you're gonna get uncomfortable because I'm about to like
Too late.
just.
Yeah,
I'm about
I
to.
was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like,
This fucking chair is uncomfortable.
No, like
I have
I'm
that
about
effect
to. I'm
on
about to
people.
sing your praises too because like no, you have.
Sweaty over there. Look at you. You love her.
I adore Melina. Melina is one of my favorite people in this scene.
Hey, I'm not trying to creep anybody out,
Charlie's
but the
sitting
first
over
time
there.
I went over to Chad's house, I walked into his closet because I was staying the night with him, and it's just a bunch of pictures and then a wax
Of me.
figurine of her.
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
fucking weird, dude.
So super weird.
So please, yeah. keep
Everything
going
was all
then.
sticky
But no.
on the.
Now that the stage
Like-
is set.
Like
about it?
honestly, like her delivery, the joke content and everything, like people that deserve the spotlight and deserve to be like paid, rent making wages for a comedy, and honestly, like even more than that, like
This needs to be a job.
Melina is one of my favorites in this scene.
Look at that.
Yeah, so
Are you a Fed? You're writing everything down.
Making
I know
wages.
you're in witness protection.
Are you a
I'm
co-op?
not stupid, motherfucker. I know what's
Making
going on
wages.
here.
That's a nice
but I
thing.
haven't been on your new show yet.
Oh.
ooh,
Okay. Ooh.
I'm not in charge of any of that. And in fact,
All right, well-
your name was brought up, and I was like, "Let's get her on," and he said no.
shut the fuck up! I never said that. Actually, I think we are going to be booking for September.
Dang.
Do you
We're
think
booked
you
out,
think
baby.
you
We're
think you can
booked
go
out.
you think you can go up against a drag queen? Let me explain.
In wrestling? Or
It's
what?
hard
No,
to
let
follow
me-
a
let me
drag queen.
explain.
We're doing drag night. We were actually
are-
supposed to get on this earlier, and we trailed off into
We did.
whatever
So
we did.
so we are co-producing the September show with this drag queen named Karaoke.
Shout out to karaoke, dude.
And she shout out to
Shout out karaoke.
shout out everybody.
A lot of
Everyone's
people-
getting a shout out.
Everyone said she was tucked. I walked in. I said, "Wow, she's tucked."
Great tuck.
But
Snort.
so we're doing drag queens versus comedians, and it's gonna be called Paraoke Queens versus Jokers. And so there's gonna be 3 drag queens and 3 comics, and they're gonna go against each other. And
fight.
If you've ever been in
Right.
showbiz, it is drag queens are the hardest people to follow. They're the best.
They come
they're
hard.
What do you
they
want to
come
see?
hard.
What else could you
I-
do better? Than
Wow, they come hard. They come so hard.
They're the best. They're the most entertaining thing all night, always.
I have done it once. I
Okay.
don't know if you know James Tolson.
Mm-mm.
He's a Vancouverite. Or I don't know. Vancouverian.
Are you saying drag? Have you done drag once?
Yeah, that's what
No.
Oh, okay.
I've done comedy like in between.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
All right.
So
But yeah, so we have
We're gonna throw a double-sided dildo into the middle of the venue, and then we're gonna walk out of the room, and whoever leaves leaves.
Damn, dude.
Joseph.
I don't care.
So basically, this show this is gonna be like our magnum opus. Like this is gonna be probably the biggest.
That's the name of the dildo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
right there. You lobbed it for me, and
I'm gonna be performing too. Chad, I'm gonna be so hot.
dude,
But yeah,
I'm
go-
gonna be in full on Dolly drag that night. I'm
go
gonna
ahead,
be
no.
in full on Dolly Parton drag,
This is like I feel like our first WrestleMania or Super Bowl.
basically.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
this is why we're doing it. Is
Well.
we get to have a full like drag night where we're gonna get to be beautiful ladies, and then we get to put people against each other doing
Ladies and
karaoke,
baddies,
I'm going full Posh Spice.
Oh fuck yeah!
I want to be a baddie. I want to, you know what I'm saying?
Which one's
You
posh?
shaving the face?
The
David
one that
Beckham's
married
wife.
David Beckham.
Oh,
Yeah,
thanks for now.
Victoria.
Posh
Yeah.
Spice. Yeah,
I'm
Victoria's
going
Spice.
full Posh Spice.
With the bolt-ons or post taking the tits out?
I don't know about Chad, but
He's looking up Victoria Beckham.
She used to have a nice set of
think.
bolt-ons. and then she took them
Here's
out.
what I'm going for. I'm going for Paris Hilton meets Victoria Beckham.
Mm.
That's what I want.
That's
But
a whore.
I'm gonna get fake tits. I have friends who do drag, and I'm gonna have full like Chad. You might start to like question weird shit about our friendship. That's what I'm trying to look like.
Like I might want to fondle you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Isaiah is gonna be a problem that night. I'm gonna ruin his and Andrea's relationship. Is what I'm saying.
She's a good-looking dame.
Oh dang.
I'm going for that. That's what I'm going for. I
You got
want.
the face. You can pull it off. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got that.
I'm shaving everything.
Yeah, a little bit of what do you call that? Contour and stuff like that. Oh shit, make it a little point of your jaw like she got.
I love
You're
his
right in the pocket.
His accent.
Yeah.
A little bit of,
Hey, who you
what
got?
do they call that?
Huh?
Contour?
Dolly Parton?
Oh, I'm doing. So I want to do Islands in the Stream. But so my original thing was I wanted to do half Dolly Parton, half what's his fucking name?
Kenny
Loggins.
Kenny Loggins. Kenny Rogers.
Kenny Rogers?
Half
Kenny
Kenny
Loggins
Rogers.
and Footloose.
That is yes, and Top Gun. Yeah.
Correct.
So yeah, half
Shout
Kenny,
out to
half
Mike.
Kenny Rogers, half Dolly Parton, and I want to do both parts to Islands in the Stream, except it's called I Need Some Clean Pee.
Okay. Originally, it was supposed to be us doing this together, where one of us was going to be Kenny Loggins, whatever.
Rogers.
But I don't want to do it on drag night because I want to be a girl too.
Yeah.
I want to be pretty.
Makes sense, yeah.
But yeah, so I'm gonna have one huge fake tit and then like half a beard on, and I'm gonna. I got the idea for this.
From
There's
30 Rock.
no from How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Close.
Wayne
Hey,
Wayne Brady
close guess.
Wayne Brady plays a gay man on How I Met Your Mother, and he does a cover of Islands in the Stream as Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton, and so he like does one side and he's like Islands in the Stream, that is what we are, and then he's like turns around and he's Dolly, he's like no one in between.
Right on.
But
Gotta
it's
play it out.
yeah,
Nice.
it's called I Need Some Clean Pee, and that's the.
In
It's
a
a-
little jar. Is that the next one?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Honestly,
that's
Write
better.
that shit down. See,
If
that's
you
why
could
I write
That's
actually pee on
better.
stage,
You gotta
that
write
would-
shit down. Get your joke net and fucking
Pissing in a jar. Yeah, there we go.
If you could actually pee on stage, that'd be amazing. Try it
From
out.
which side are you gonna do it?
It's
From the Kenny
performance
Rogers or
art.
the Dolly Parton side?
Ooh.
I'm just saying it's performance art. You know, I wouldn't blame you if you did.
So it's so what I have is I need some clean pee. That is what I need. Gotta get this job, but I smoke some weed. Vinegar would help to clean up my piss and help me lie on this drug test.
And that's Paraoke, everybody.
Yeah, that's
baby. Good to
God.
That's Paraoke.
Yeah, I think we were so we were like on our way to a mic, or like we were hanging out playing mini golf or
The origin
something,
story of Paraoke.
and I think Creed was playing in my truck, and
You think it was?
I'm pretty
was.
positive it was
It was
Creed.
arms wide
Positive
open.
too, Chad.
Oh yeah, it was arms wide open. It was definitely
It was
arms
the
wide.
first
What?
song
Because
I
my
heard.
name is Chad. I listen
I
to
didn't say
Creed.
that. I'm just saying. Chad probably listens
It's
to
me.
Creed.
It's me. I'm the guy who listens. You might think, hey, look, I totally
You might
understand.
think I listen
I totally.
to Creed all the time.
I totally- I
Can't
totally
stop.
understand why you would think it was Chad that listened to Creed, but it was actually me playing Creed. Creed's one of my favorite bands of all time.
Yeah,
I love
right
them.
answer.
The first song he did for Paraoke was based off of the was
Cold
us.
ones got opened.
Yes, yeah, and so it was just
Nice.
about his journey getting a DUI.
But that was the song that we were singing.
Because one's wide open. Nice.
Yeah.
Open container.
Yeah.
Nice.
God,
To jail I'm going. You
Yeah.
know?
I got
Wait, what did I say? I'm going to the drunk tank.
the
My
toilet is the sink. To jail I'm going. Me versus the state.
They didn't find my drugs.
I hit them where it stinks.
And
Nice.
that was the song that we created the show off of.
Yeah.
One of us said this would be a great show, and then the other one said we should make this.
we
a
should
show.
make this a
That
fucking
will
show.
be. I could dig it, man.
God. Right now I'm in the middle of writing one. It's James Taylor, Fire and Rain.
Okay.
But it's bums and gangs.
Okay.
And so it's I see
I don't condone anything he's about to say. I just want to say that.
I see bums and I see gangs. I don't feel safe when I'm walking all by myself. So yeah, and I have like 30 of these. I have like
Oh, you got a bunch.
I have at least 20 different like half written parodies that I'm.
Nice.
It's
working
another
on.
one of the
Good joke.
parts
Yeah,
that
that's good.
makes it like such a fun show to do as a comedian. Like if I was not related to hosting it and it was just a thing I was doing, the people who are sending us like, I was singing Coolio yesterday, or you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just whatever. They're like, I got an idea. And I'm
Yep.
like, well, send it to me. We'll see how it
Who the
goes.
hell's calling you and saying they're singing Coolio?
That's what I'm saying. That's my point. That's my point. Is
That's
like,
a
why?
deep cut right there, man. Wow.
It's insane that people are like, listen, I got this really good Right Said Fred. You know what I mean?
That's a cut. That's a deep
Deep
cut.
one, man.
Listen, I've been doing this blues traveler thing, and it's like, okay, fuck
Yeah.
it.
Nice.
God.
What's your posh spice song you're gonna do? You got some? Is it gonna be a Spice Girls type thing, or does she have a solo career?
I don't know.
If you want to meet my mother.
I've been wanting to do something J-Lo maybe. I might do J-Lo. But also another idea I had was us Golden Girls, where we're old ladies. And thank you for being a friend, but you know that Paraoke. Like, what are we gonna say? Who I don't know, but
Put it
I
right
would
in
love-
my rear end.
I have this character.
It all goes back to Bud.
I have this lady that I love to do. It's Aunt
Does
Tommy.
mine have to be like potty?
No,
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 you
no,
can
no,
do
no. We
whatever you
prefer
want.
it if it's not.
Because that's us.
That's
Do you know me?
yeah.
I know.
They're boys.
Like it's gonna be about cats.
Dick and
I
ball
guarantee it.
jokes.
My last song was about diabetes.
Yeah. And then
So not
mine
really
mine was just about
potty
saving for
humor.
some nice boobs. That was the
Potty humor.
yeah, potty humor. My next one, the next one I do is My Maria by Brooks and Dunn, country artist,
Mhm.
but it's My Mario.
Brooks and Dunn.
Mario.
Yeah, My Mario. And so it's about yeah. 100%. I will be doing that on stage.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's just it's a fun way to flex a different muscle too, and so it's
It's a
just
fun writing technique. Like you get to like
I'm
do
flexing a
something.
different muscle right now.
hey,
I bet.
put the
Pull it out,
muscle
Put
away.
it on the table. You know what I mean?
That's what we're doing here.
No
I said the
respect.
Good. It's good. So you carried a joke net. I like that. You got something in your phone where these ideas come to you and you're like, "Phew, I get it down right away.
100%.
As comedians, do you find that to be a part of your day, or
I know a
Something
lot
that
of
can be
comics.
helpful?
Without a doubt.
I know a lot of comics that prefer to do it analog style. Like they carry a joke book with them. They're
Mhm.
like, okay, that's an idea. That's something I can
That's
do.
what I do.
I prefer to have it in my phone, like on my notes app, because then I can like look up. I can type out like 5 words or something, and then look up where that joke is. Finish writing it.
Mhm. like a search feature?
Right.
Okay,
Right.
Cool.
And so I mean, that's just how I started doing it. Was like on my phone with the notes app. But no, a lot of people prefer doing it like pen and paper. And I think it helps ideas.
Bro, at the same time though, like it's such a weird like you always want to be the thing that you're not, but you don't understand the other bit. I noticed I always feel like, oh, everybody puts it on their notes. You know what I mean? Like I see the
Got it.
opposite, but maybe it's because I'm one of the people that writes it on a notebook, like David or something. You know?
I see more people doing it analog than I do see people like
That's
on their phone.
interesting. But yeah, I'm that way. And when people have asked me like, what would your like advice be? Like as if I fucking have any advice for how to write a joke. I'm a dumbass, but this is what I do.
Yeah, that's your
Well,
process. Yeah,
Yeah.
you do. Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever I say something funny that makes people laugh,
Hmm.
if I deem it worthy, I pull a fucking notebook out of my pocket and I write it down. Sometimes it's a little awkward.
He has note cards that he keeps
Yeah.
on him,
Yeah, I
like
keep them in my
actual
pocket.
note cards that he keeps
I
in
only
his
have mine on
pocket.
me right now. I got my different pair of pants on. I usually
I don't got my note pants
It's,
on me. I'm sorry.
it's a to-go bag. I fold it up, fits in my pocket, and that's what I write on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if there's stuff on there, I transfer it over to, if it makes it to the next level of, it's not necessarily jokes all the time, but it's something poignant, it goes to the next level.
I'm very big on something that I try to do with. I hate talking comedy, but all right, I'll do it.
That's why we're here.
I know, but I'm you know.
Talk about the weather?
I'm a fucking not serious person, but
give
I
it 5
think
minutes,
that what
it's
makes
gonna
this
rain.
funny is that thing where when we're in the parking lot and we're all talking to each other
Mhm.
and we're being ourselves.
Right.
That is who I want to be on stage. I want to be that guy. So when you're making your friends laugh just naturally and you have something that hits really good, write that shit fucking down
I
and
need to
figure
start
out how to
doing
be
that.
that person on stage.
I need to start doing that. That's my
Authentic
it's-
only. When you can go on
Yeah,
stage,
be
pardon me, real quick,
yourself.
No, you're
when you
good.
can go up there
You know how many
and
people?
talk to yourself, talk no mask, no armor, and be like, hey, here is a story that is true. I was telling in the parking lot. It made people laugh. Yeah, you're a comedian. You're going to embellish, and there might be some hyperbole and everything. And that gets people fucking pick up on that shit. People in the
They
crowd
can
are
tell
like,
if you're comfortable.
you're
And
fucking
Jim Carrey, I
authentic.
think, said like people want to be comfortable. They
Yes.
want to feel carefree, right?
absolutely.
I can tell when I have a friend who is in the parking lot and they're talking like this and everything's all good, and then when they go on stage they're like, what's the deal with airplane food? I'm like, that's not you. Like
Right.
that is not fucking you.
Right.
Be yourself. And I try to just be. Sometimes people are like, did you just make that up? No, I've been repeating that same fucking
Yeah, man.
paragraph that you've been listening to for the past 5 months, but I'm saying it like I'm just now saying it, you know, because I want to be as authentic as I possibly can be up there. I don't want to feel like a fake. It feels weird. It feels bizarre.
For me, the difficult part about that is translating the joking around with your buddies to the stage.
Yes.
And I get inside my own head with that. And I think that's my biggest downfall as a comic is that I get wow, that's like one of the first times I've actually referred to myself as a comic.
Doesn't it feel gross?
It feels
I feel icky.
fucking awful.
I hate it, dude. I hate good like.
But like as a comic, as someone who does stand up comedy, that felt better. Like
go.
it's difficult to translate, you know, joking around with your buddies to a stage
Yes.
or like structuring a joke, structuring a bit out of that. And then I get inside my own head so much and I'm just like, okay, I have no idea how I'm going to do this. I'll table that for a different time. And then I just never get back to that. But like if I'm sitting with Joseph and Isaiah and like the regular suspects and I'm, you know, making them laugh, like I don't have it in my head to be like, oh, this would be a good bit. This would be something I could tell on stage.
I tell people, write that down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Write that down. You
There
know
it
what I mean?
is.
Like, but yeah, I get what you mean because when you're with us, it's so natural and like.
Right.
If you were like you said, if you're in the room goofing around with the regular suspects and one of that group says, write that down, are you writing it down?
I should. Well, no one
Is
ever
that a
says
yes or
that to
no?
me.
I
No
swear.
one says it to me.
Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on him right there.
When is the last
I'm
time
calling
you told me to
bullshit.
write anything
I'm
down?
calling bullshit. Hey, ever heard of Paraoke?
Shut up. Fuck you.
Lie detector determined
Nah, you're
that
right.
was a
Shit
lie.
right there, yeah.
Lie detector determined that is a lie.
Right on.
I almost missed that.
But it's a discipline thing. It really is. Like I had to train myself to do it because I not only do you want to be yourself that you are outside, where that person in the parking lot, that's who you want to be on stage, right? But also like if you're writing down when you're in a group situation, say we're not filming any of this, we're all just hanging out having a beer, right? And if I make all of you guys laugh and then I write that down, it's me getting to calculate and figure out why I'm funny. Why am I funny? What was funny about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was it? Was it a misdirect? Was it my facial expression? Was it that? I know that sounds like nuts to think about and like analyze, but I think think that shit.
That's how you make
know?
the secret sauce, man. That's what people.
Yeah.
This is what it is.
Yeah, Rachel
It's-
Ray.
Because if you just put somebody,
Call back.
it's a callback, baby.
Wow.
But if you just sit, fuck you. I hate you.
Sorry.
If you just sit there and put a piece of paper in front of somebody and say "be funny," it's real fucking hard.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's fucking
Amen.
hard.
So one of the best jokes that I wrote recently wasn't for me. So I have this neighbor, and he came to an open mic, and he's like, "Hey, I'm thinking about trying this out. Like, you know, this is what I got." And he proceeds to say, you know, about like homeless women screaming in the street, and he's like, "I think it's because like all the abortions they had." And I go, "Yeah, because like all the spirits of the kids that they aborted were." You know, screaming at them. And he went on stage and
Right.
he told it,
Mhm.
and he got a resounding laugh out of that joke. And then, like, on stage, he's like, "Yeah, Chad helped me write that." And I'm like,
Oh god.
fuck, I'm responsible for
Oh,
that.
people have helped you write that.
But but it's like
That's gonna get us demonetized. For sure. Let's cut that.
but like he got a laugh out of it. It was a successful joke, and like people understood like, hey, he's joking. Like this is
Yes.
and like this was his first time doing stand-up comedy too.
Mhm.
And he was like, I just have the one joke. Can I get on stage and tell it? It was at Joseph's mic on Thursday.
Okay.
And he gets on stage and he tells it, and it's successful. And I'm like, fuck, why can't I do that for me?
You can.
I can, but then I'm like, like I said, I just get in my own head about it, and it's
Plenty of big name comedians have joke writers.
oh god, yeah.
You know,
Joan Rivers.
Kevin Hart.
Chris Rock. You know, they have and plenty of high
Bleep
level
that out.
comedians have started out. You know, Neil Brennan tells a story about being at the store and working the door or the comedy cellar and just be like, "Here's a tag," and he goes up there and kills, and he just walks away from it.
God.
You know, and that's definitely part of being a comedian as well too. You're in the fucking green room and you're fucking chopping it up. It's like, yo, here's a tag. You try, you know.
I genuinely believe that we're all fishing out of the same pond. And that's why when you hear somebody say a joke that's like, oh, fuck, I wish I thought of that. You could have.
You could have,
You
yeah.
just didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you could have. And so, like, when I come up with a joke that is for, like, one of my buddies, like Scott Pot.
Oh, yeah.
I say that he looks like Harry Potter and his fat cousin rolled into one person.
Dude, his retort for that gets me every time because he goes, Joseph Crumb looks like Dobby the house elf fucked Dobby the house elf.
Wow.
And it's brutal, and it hits every time.
That's the weird fucking creature thing,
I
right?
give my friend that like I gladly give people jokes.
Yes.
I'm like,
Yeah.
this isn't for me. You could have caught that fish.
Yeah.
I give a man to fish, whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know the fucking saying. But I give my friends fish. I don't give a fuck. Like
Yes.
this isn't even my joke. You should have thought
Bro,
of it.
give me
I
some
just-
more fish, you fucking asshole.
There's no helping you, Chad.
Yeah.
That was quick.
Chad's amazing, you guys.
In all the art forms, stand-up comedy being one of them, or any genre of comedy, it's like a recipe. It's like, hey, I make it. Here's my recipe. Am I going to hold this myself? It's like, you're really good at cooking. Here, try this recipe, and then you're going to tweak it and make it yourself too.
I wish more people were like that. It's so competitive, and like here's the thing
I
too.
think that's whack.
Portland in general, it's a great scene to start out in. It's a great scene to, earn your chops. It's a great scene to hone your craft, but it is not the scene where you're going to get famous. That
That was something I wanted to talk about later too. But yeah, I'm
You
glad
have
you
to
brought it up, yeah.
eventually you have to move if you really, really want to.
100%.
I mean, it's number 23, 28 on the major cities list.
But as far as stand-up scenes go, we are in the top 10. Portland is in the top 10 in
We
the
have a
country.
really good scene.
We have a great stand-up scene. We used to be in like the top 4 scenes in the nation, and this was pre-COVID.
Like
A lot
tomorrow,
of big
you
names
can
won't even come to Portland anymore.
tomorrow
Yep.
you can go to like 7-8 mics in a row, and that's
we are
not something
so
that's common.
fortunate.
Like you only get that in LA or New York or Florida or Texas.
Austin now, yeah.
Yeah, like
Austin.
you can go to
Austin's a
like if you
huge
really
scene.
wanted to, it would be a bit of a fucking bitch, but you can go to like 7 mics in a row, 8 mics in a row tomorrow night.
100%.
Yeah.
Ooh.
100%.
Are,
Yeah.
are there people out there doing that grind?
Oh,
Hitting
God,
all the
yeah.
mics?
Isaiah
Isaiah's a good.
Isaiah
He's-
Steele, who we
he's good
mentioned
about
earlier,
going to all of them.
he hits like almost every mic that he can.
That's my son.
Nice.
That's my
He's-
motherfucking son, boy.
He's
You're my son, kid.
he is I guarantee within the next 2 years he's doing main stage stuff. Like
Wow.
he's
We're from the same place. He's fucking talented.
God, yeah, he's so
I'm his
fucking
talent
funny.
scout. I want money. If he doesn't give me money,
That $12.
The $12.
I want my motherfucking
That was good.
$12.
That callback, that was good.
I want my $12 from Isaiah Steele when he makes it.
Beautiful. All
Yeah.
right, we'll put him on the list. Beautiful.
But he's awesome, and he's out there producing shows too. Like
Good.
Hard work.
Oh, we
he-
get it then, yeah.
he and I and this other guy named Matt Brown, we
my
get
dad.
together. We get together about like every 2 weeks now, and we sit down and we talk about like producing in this scene. and like what we can do to make things better, what like the resources we can share. Like we're starting like a co-op of producers.
I call us the
and-
Goonies. I do. Matt is one of those guys that's like Chad, where he's very selfless. He's just trying to like make this scene happen. Like that's what it's about. Let's fucking build each other up. That's awesome.
Matt owns a bar called Bunk Sandwich Shop or Bunk Bar
Shout out
down
Bunk.
on Southeast Water. And he's got comedy nights, he's got Bunk After Dark, he's got like all these different shows that he runs out of Bunk because he believes in this in the people in this scene so much. And he hosts an open mic every Monday night at Haymaker.
My favorite.
And it's honestly, it is probably one of the best mics in the city.
Come
It's a
for
month.
Crumb. Everybody from Haymaker
Come for
is watching
Crumb.
this.
Jesus.
Come for Crumb. Come for Crumb. Sorry, go.
But the fact that 3 producers who are doing their own thing and like trying to build their own brand and build their own thing, the fact that we can come together and share these resources and come up with these ideas and brainstorm together and like use these ideas together is huge. Because this scene notoriously and this is more pre-COVID from what I noticed. I started in 2017 and I stopped in 2020, took like a 4-year break because I was married and lived in Astoria, and then I came back, got divorced, thank God, and
But we're not mad at each
Melina,
other about it. We're
okay.
still friends.
Wes.
We're still friends after the divorce. Like it's not weird.
But I came back to comedy and I was like, you know what? I enjoyed producing and doing, and like I said, like I love producing stuff more than I love performing. But the fact that I can come back and this scene is better for having gone through COVID. Before
Changed a lot.
this scene was so clicky, and you had the Helium guys and you had everybody else, and the Helium. I mean, it's really honestly, like if you saw it beforehand, Joe, it was
Worse?
so much worse because it was so incestuous. It was like it was the same people booking the same
Stop
people
trying to get
every
me
time.
hard, stepbrother.
But it was the same people booking the same people every time, and it was like no one else had a shot or no one else had a chance. And like I said, there were a lot of amazing comedians, and a lot of them moved. A lot of them moved during COVID, and like for the better.
Yeah.
Like one of them, Nathan Hart.
Just
Nathan.
name dropping people now.
Oh well, no, 'cause, he moved down to Eugene, but now he tours all over the country performing.
Oh, yeah.
And he's
Good.
making a living full time doing stand up.
Beautiful.
And he's super fucking talented. He's a hard worker. He's a great writer,
Deserves
and he's so totally deserving of this. And that's what I'm trying to get to is like, hey, the people that are making a career out of this, like, and the people who are dead set and serious about doing comedy and touring, like that's my goal. It's like, yeah, I want to start in Portland, but I want to branch out. I want to produce shows in other cities. And that's why I started an LLC. That's why I'm keeping track of what I'm spending, who I'm paying, and
I'm just a
everything.
tax
And-
write-off for Chad. That's all I am.
yeah, he's just $30 a month. He's just $30 a month, and so
He's right though. He really Chad.
and that's what I
Chad does
call
a
him.
lot,
It's $30
just-
bucks.
Taco Bell and then livestock. Yeah, it's like, nice.
Chad does a lot though. It is. I think that there is a really, really beautiful thing happening in the Portland comedy scene right now where there is this class that's coming up where they're not this or that. It's not about left or right. It's just about us. It's just us. We're all on each other's side, right?
Be funny.
And
Yeah.
Funny
be
first.
funny, and we're all like really helping each other out, and it's cool. I've had these people. I popped my tire in the middle of the night on 82nd. I flipped my car. All kinds of crazy things. I have a messed up life. You know what I mean? And these motherfuckers, this guy, let me sleep on his couch. It's a
Dude,
really,
I almost went and picked him up last
it's
night
a-
because he needed it, and like.
Yeah, fuck. Don't talk about that.
I won't.
Right? Don't
But
talk
no,
about
like the thing is, like I would do anything for these people. Like these are people
my
that I'm
brothers
like,
and my sisters and
Yeah.
shit.
yeah,
It's
like
family.
we're all out here, we're trying and we're fighting and we're grinding away together. And it's like, why wouldn't I want to, like, if I'm experiencing success, why wouldn't I want to pull those people up with me?
Would I steal out of their
Not
purse or
everyone does, but-
wallet? Yeah, but still, those are my people. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's shared experience. It's foxhole syndrome. You know, it's like
Yeah,
we're in the
no
we're in the
atheist.
trenches together. You know, fighting this battle, and you know, we have this similar goal. Let's fucking work together to get there.
And like, hey, if I can give them a tag on something, which I've done on multiple occasions, like
Mhm.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
And like, hey, if they,
Not me.
dude, your shit's perfect. What do you mean? But no, it's like if I can help contribute to these people's careers, like I'm going to do that.
Beautiful.
Like, it's you know, it's shared wealth, it's shared knowledge, it's, you know, we're all in this together. We're all out here trying to, like, the crux of this is we're trying to make people laugh.
Yeah.
That's the
Make happy.
that's the heart. That's at the heart of all of this. We're
Make
trying
fun.
to make fun.
Yeah.
We are trying to make laughter and, you know, generate dopamine for people. We're dopamine factories. That's all we are.
Nice.
And it's like, if we can do that, if we can make someone's day, if we can make, you know, a memorable night for some random poor couple that
I don't
decided
care how
to sit
many
in the
hand
front
jobs
row.
I have
Exactly.
to give, dude. I'll give the most hand jobs ever to make him.
Say, wow, that's a lot of hand jobs.
People walked in, they said, "Oh wow, that's a lot of hand jobs."
With my tiny hand.
Can I?
I'll
have
make
these
your shit
questions
look
here. Can I
bigger.
just run through them and ask you them real quick?
Charlie's Googling hand
Let me-
jobs.
Let's put a pin in it real quick, Charlie. I gotta hit the
Trump, you're
You
not.
gotta go pee.
Yeah.
But goddamn, does the guy have some great moments, right?
He's fun to impersonate.
All right. I want to ask you preferred smoking methods.
My preferred smoking method?
Weed.
Weed?
Yeah. Because I told you earlier I hate bongs.
Bubbler.
Bubbler.
A bubbler.
The bubbler.
I love bubblers.
Bubbler.
It's fun to say.
I love a bubble.
I love a good bubble. It's like a tiny bong. You can take it with you.
Okay.
Done it with apple juice.
with the ice cubes. Remember
Dude, the
that?
ice catchers. I remember that shit.
Okay.
I remember the first time I saw an ice catcher, I was like blown away.
Songs to fuck to.
God, night Joe.
Because earlier we were talking about Duran Jones. Duran Jones and the Indications. Is it any wonder?
Dude, anything Charles Bradley is good to fuck to. Like,
Hell yeah.
like anything with Charles Bradley.
Anything Poison.
I'd rather not think about Brett Michaels. Oh no, Poison?
Yeah.
No, wait.
Brett
Poison
Michaels.
is Brett Michaels. Yeah, I'd rather not think about Brett Michaels, but like Scorpions?
I'd rather think, Scorpions. You know that they couldn't speak English?
Only the lead singer.
They
The
were
lead
just-
singer could not speak English. He could sing it.
They didn't know what they were saying at all.
He had no idea.
Can you
Everyone
believe
else,
that?
everyone else was like American.
So when they're like, rock
There's
me
no
like a
one like you. Yeah.
There's no one like you. He was like just going scum gum gum. Like he had no idea.
He doesn't know what he's singing.
saying at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just write it out phonetically. It's all good.
All right. Collections. We were talking earlier about how I collect Furbies and old clocks, and you collect cigars.
Yeah, so cigars, tobacco pipes. I also collect leather-bound books.
That's so. You're
I just
so
got- I just got to
Hannibal
kill-
Lecter.
I
You
just
have
got
a
To Kill a
very,
Mockingbird.
you have such serial killer tendencies.
I got old money tastes and no money lifestyle. Like that's
I collect leather-bound books that I made from people that I've lost. You know what I mean? You're a terrifying individual.
This cover of To Kill a
Alright.
Mockingbird is about my grandmother. It's made for my grandmother. Shit.
That's fucked up. You're fucked up.
All right, what else you got? What else you got? I see heckling on there.
Heckling.
Oh, what do I have?
Yeah,
I'm just talking
that's your
about
list.
talking about heckling stories.
You said you wanted to go through your list. Oh, you wanted to. Go ahead. You go.
I want you guys. This is look.
Hey,
this is
Joseph, go ahead.
Clear signs of narcissism. I've taken over the. I'm like, what do I want to talk about? But yeah,
wrote a list.
I was just wondering because we were talking about heckling earlier before we started.
Right.
I had
got a time
I
and
had
place.
some recent heckling stories that are crazy. Did you hear about the bar shutdown?
Did you handle it well?
No.
No, there's a story.
Okay, so I may have gone a little off on somebody, right? But then the
we've all
person
done
You got the mic, so it's
We've all done it.
Your job.
the person was like, I'm gonna go out to my car and I'm gonna go get my gun and I'm gonna fucking shoot all of y'all. And
I was there that night. This was at a place called QD's.
Okay.
This was outside of QD's bar in downtown.
and they're
Outside the bar.
Yeah.
So then
I left
they
prior to this, but I heard all about it.
They left, and the bartender,
God, I picked up a fly, honey.
the bouncer closed the door, and he was like, "Hey, we're locking down the bar, and we've called the cops. That guy really does have an AR-15 in the parking lot." And
And you're like, don't call the cops.
keeps
They'll arrest
screaming your
me.
He was screaming my name.
In the parking lot, he like they could see the firearm.
This guy was hammered.
Yeah.
too.
Oh, he was
Like,
inebriated too.
But you know what's the
very-
crazy part is like I
That's not the
apologize.
crazy part.
Crazy part is he was too. And
I apologize.
no, that's
to
not
him.
crazy.
I was like, "Hey man, I'm sorry. It's just all part of the show." You know what I mean? Like and his buddy was like, "It's all good."
If I
But
remember
he was
correctly,
like,
that guy had just gotten out of prison too.
I mean,
Yeah.
and you were able to diffuse the situation.
No, they locked down the bar until the cops came.
But you said you
They
apologized.
didn't let
to him.
anybody out of the bar.
You just said you apologized.
No,
to
I
him afterwards?
apologized to him before after
Oh,
the
okay.
show. I was
Before
like-
before the threatening.
yeah, after the show, I was like, "Yo, bud, it's all good, right?"
Mm.
I'm
He goes,
sorry.
"It's not all good, dog."
He said it's not good, and I'm also going to shoot you. So
Right on. Well, here you stand right now, so you didn't get shot.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Okay, so I kind of have a weird. I understand that
Everything.
a penis. I understand that it's not normal for everybody else, and nobody else should have to feel the way that I feel. I'm not saying this should how it should be, right? I like heckling. I like the challenge. Like it
Challenge
feels it's
accepted.
fun to me. I know I shouldn't even be saying this right now. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's kind of fun. Like it feels like a fight to me. Like
Yes.
it's I don't know. And I
It's
get
like they out
other
here playing
people-
checkers and you're playing rat trap.
They're
And-
playing heckles.
Heckles. Fuck you.
In the end,
that was dumb.
you're on the stage and you got a microphone. If you're skilled in your craft, you have to be ready for that because it's eventually going to happen. And you got the microphone,
Right.
you got the stage, all eyes on you. You got to be able to clap back
Yeah.
effectively. And then, granted, there are some fucking good hecklers out there.
Yeah, that's
know,
the scary part.
If you're a cracker ass honky and get on a stage and it's nothing out of
I love this guy.
and it's nothing but a black club,
You're
they're
be
gonna
struggling.
fucking try and eat your ass.
Yeah.
No, they're gonna fucking talk
I'm
over
getting
you
hard.
so much.
Jokes. Jokes on you. He likes that.
And if you ain't fucking got it,
Yeah.
they're gonna left you right off stage.
Yeah.
And those cats in the audience are gonna be so much more funny than you because you didn't get to get off.
And that's what I don't know. I think it's kind of like fun. Like I think that's cool. Like I like the idea that like somebody's trying to ruin my night.
Mhm.
And I,
Is that
but
why we
I
all-
don't expect other people to feel that way.
Is
I
that why we
totally
all talk
understand
shit
when a
to Scott
comic is
Pott?
like, no, I don't like that.
Is that why we all talk shit to Scott Pott every Thursday night? Are we trying
Yeah.
to get him to flex that muscle?
Okay, I should make this clear now. At Poor Choices, the place where I do my open mic, I am allowed to heckle people. Isaiah is allowed to heckle people. Everybody else is not allowed to heckle people.
We heckle
We
them.
do this thing where you get to go up for 5 minutes and try whatever you want, and there will be no judgment whatsoever. Try what you want, right?
Except with Scott Pott. That poor man.
It's one of my best friends. I love Scotty. But then afterwards, you get a second chance. You get to go up again, and you get 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and there's one of those ring toss things afterwards. If you make it, you get another minute. But the whole point is like it's a writing exercise. Like I want people to be able to try again. Like, oh, I fucked up that bit. You know what I mean? Like, let me try a different one. I bet you I would have done good if I would have done this bit. You
Right.
know what I mean? All right, go ahead, try. We'll let you go up twice. You can sign up again. Second chances.
Mhm.
And it's a big part of why I say a lot of really crazy shit because I'm gonna forgive them, and I hope that they forgive me because I say some crazy shit sometimes. My bad, guys.
It's a part of it. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, man.
God.
Yeah, dealing with hecklers, I would say if you're a comedian or anybody who's getting up on stage, you're going to have to deal with the criticism, whether it be in the moment right there. I think it's almost a blessing. It's like you don't got to go back and read the comments. You can or whatnot, or you could deal with this situation right here. And if you got the chops to shut it down and make people laugh in the process, then they're all on your side.
And imagine getting to like practice that in a safe space where it's like, this is my
Yeah,
buddy. The person
absolutely.
heckling is my homie who I know isn't here trying to make me look stupid. He's
Mhm.
trying to help.
Yes.
So I hope
Yeah.
they know that, but I have to keep reminding people Only me and Isaiah are allowed to heckle at Poor Choices. You guys got to stop.
There was one show I did pre-COVID. This was like 2018 in Wilsonville. No, West Lynn. So it was a show in West Lynn, and there was
Mean Streets.
There were these dames that were just yakking
Mean Streets of West
the entire show. And I was like one of the last people to go on the
Bachelorette
show.
party?
What's that?
Was it a bachelorette party?
No, it was
That's
just
the
these
worst.
two mouthy
just two?
women, and they
Jesus, Chad.
I'm
what?
saying, wow.
Dear
What?
You're getting us demonetized. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
What dames? Sorry, dames.
Mouthy. Wow.
Jesus
No,
Christ.
they were just yakking. They were talking, and they were sitting in the front row for one,
Jaw
and
jacking.
and they were just jabberjawing the entire night, and nobody said anything to them, and like all these comics who went on before me were much funnier than me, and so I get on, and they're still talking. And I get down and I have the mic in my hand and I'm like down right in front of them. And I go, wow, this is such an interesting conversation. Oh my God, Becky did what? Oh my fucking God. And then they kind of look at me and I go, yeah, this is what you sound like. And I walked them. They walked out of the bar and everybody applauded and it was phenomenal. And
So you were rewarded for this.
I was
what
rewarded,
they call
yeah.
a crash out.
Mhm.
You crashed out and you were rewarded.
100%. Yeah, and that's probably the only time that'll ever happen. But but like nobody was saying anything and I was like, "Okay, you guys chose to stay through this entire show, sit in the front row and like you knew comedy was happening and you're sitting there powering through people bearing their souls on a microphone."
To be fair, every time I watch you, I'm like, is comedy happening?
It's not. Comedy Comedy
He's
left
really
me
funny, you guys. I'm just being a
comedy.
dick.
It left me.
I'm just being a dick.
Left me like my ex-wife.
He's really funny. I'm just being an asshole. Okay.
But no, I was like, if no one else is gonna say anything, like at least I'm going to say something. Like they were being. It's just there's heckling, which sometimes, like if you have the right comic, it's welcome, and it's like, hey, that's a challenge. I'm gonna put you in your place, and it's gonna be great.
And then there's harassment.
No, then there's just blatant disregard for what's happening around you.
Yeah.
Like you have people up here getting paid to do this, and you know they're putting on a show for everybody else, and you're being loud as shit. You're, you know, being super inconsiderate, and it's like, if you don't get called out, like that's on the other comics for one, for not calling them out.
And the staff, the bouncer.
And the
should have been like,
staff, yes, like
"You
the
were fucking
bouncer
out of
should,
there."
or like
There's
the
rarely
bartender or
bouncers.
whoever was gonna be like, should have been like, hey, if you guys want to like stay, you can get behind us, or you know, go talk at a different table or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, but yeah, no, it's
I was
like-
at a show at Jazz Alley in Seattle, which is like a pretty fancy schmancy jazz club, and they have like
Wait, who the fuck is this guy?
me?
I'm fucking with you, Charles.
I gotta step away from. I gotta go real quick. I'll be right back.
But
Hold on, tell me now.
I was watching Arturo Sandoval, who's like big time jazz player. He played with Dizzy Gillespie. Like this
I
guy's
swear to God, I know who you're talking about.
Big-
Not even joking.
big time guy.
I swear to God.
And so like we're a bunch of kids in college in the college jazz band, and we all like paid. I forget how much tickets were, but we paid to be there. It's a venue and a restaurant, so people are enjoying dinner, watching the show, and Arturo's up there and he's talking about something real quick. And while he's talking, before he's about to play his next song, there's this woman in the front row doing the same thing, trying to have a conversation with Arturo Sandoval as he's on stage. And he's like, do you just not realize what's going on here? Like, this is a show that people paid to see.
It's main character syndrome.
Yeah, and she just kept talking, and he's like, you must be from Cuba because all the women there don't shut up either.
Damn.
I was just like,
Hit it with it.
I mean, was it rude to say? Maybe, but like she's also being rude and disrespectful during the show, and people paid to see it. So like,
It's such a weird thing. One of the last, so that wasn't my only death threat that I've gotten in the past year.
Congratulations.
I've gotten bars locked down many times. So there was these dudes in the front row, and they were doing the classic joke. Like I'm not gonna lie, they were doing good as hecklers. They were like, "Oh my god, if I was as bad as my job as you, I'd be fired," and shit like that, you know. And I was like, "Okay, what do you do for a living?" And then for some reason, they just like completely shut down. Like they would not look at me, talk at me. I'm like, "You just heckled me. Like, come on,
Yeah.
play with me now." And I was like, "What's your job?" But then I like kind of lost it a little bit. Not gonna lie, I had to apologize to the bar owner. I had to apologize to the bartender. I had to apologize to the open mic host. All that. But I was like, "Why would you do this? Why would you heckle me and tell me I suck, and then not give me at least the chance to have fun with you?" I wasn't even being mean, you know. And I lost it on him. But afterwards, I was like, "Hey, sorry that I called your I suck dick, by the way, everybody. Sorry that I called your orange hat fat. Sorry, blah 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 blah." And once again, one of the friends was like, "It's all good, I get it," and the other friend was like, "No, I'm gonna shoot you." And I'm like, "Dude, come on, like."
Not again.
it's,
First time.
it's jokes. Like, what are we doing here? Well, I don't know. People get mad, man.
People going to a comedy show and getting offended at jokes. I wholeheartedly believe that is not on the comedian, the performer, the entertainer. It is on that other person. You're going to this place where comedy is happening, and if you feel some kind of way about it, other than entertained, that's fine. But you get to a point where it's like, I want to do somebody harm or ruin their whole fucking show. That's a real situation.
Yeah, you got something going on. I
Exactly.
almost feel bad for you.
100%.
But
Yeah.
I'll say this, though. One thing that I don't like, yes, if you come to a comedy show and get upset at a joke, you're fucking ridiculous. But I think that people should be able to get mad at us.
Yes.
That's what makes it fun. I want to be able to step over a line. I don't think that I should be allowed to say whatever I want to say. It's like Paraoke, where it's like we're giving them a writing thing. You know what I mean? Like a prompt.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with what's politically correct and what's not politically correct. I like to be able to know that I could say something fucked up that gets me in trouble. It's not going to be any fun if I can say anything that I want. This is not my real hair.
Oh, who brought Charles Bradley up?
I want to be able to say what I want to say,
do.
but I also want to be able to get in trouble for it.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's a good thing.
I don't disagree. And comedians are entertainers. A lot of them are habitual line steppers.
And liars.
And liars. There's hyperbole in there as well. But getting up there, it's one of the last few formats where you can get up there and do that. You know, I've said on this show more than once, you know, I get a lot of my information through comedy because they are one of the last formats of truth tellers, I believe. You know, you may be seeing it from, "You're really fucking pulling that thing out?" "Yeah, it is."
It's gone.
Hey, guys.
Put it back. Yes.
You feel like you don't know
It's
me
just
now?
like, get some of these fucking old ass.
You don't know
Yikes.
me.
Sorry, guys. I hate to break the kayfabe.
Yeah.
Let's break the illusion, but I didn't really have bangs the whole time.
Dude, when he walked in upstairs and I saw that, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Nice.
No,
Just commit to it.
the fun part of doing stuff like that is I'm a big Andy Kaufman fan. You know what I mean? Is that this guy right here didn't say a word about it when he met me. He just thought that that's my look.
I mean, honestly, I didn't even really notice. It is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do.
I look like Lord Farquaad. And he just let it happen. Can you believe that? Anyways, yeah.
I'm not gonna roast you on the podcast.
No,
hair,
do
like
it.
roasting.
That's the
For hair though?
Roasting is my love language.
For hair?
No.
Roasting is probably one of my favorite formats of comedy too. Like it's my favorite to write because and I use this as an example. There was this cat in the scene. His name was Charlemagne, and he left the scene. We did a goodbye roast for Charlemagne, and I forgot this roast was happening. And I show up to Backyard Social, which is normally where we go for the open mic.
Yeah.
And
Great hot dogs.
yeah,
Great
Char-
spot. It's a good
It is-
spot.
it is a really
Backyard
good
social.
spot.
Hit up Backyard Social.
It's a fun spot. And so Charlemagne comes up to me. He goes, "Hey, are you on my roast tonight? Are you gonna roast me? Are you signing up to roast me?" And I go, Yeah, nothing written. And
Same.
within 10 minutes, I had like 15 jokes written down, and I killed. I did like, yeah, I'll jerk myself off here. Like I did really good. And he was wearing this outfit. He had like a pink shirt and like a pink cowboy hat on.
What did you say about him?
I said-
I remember.
I said he looks like Brooks and does crimes. He looks like Garth breaks into homes. Indiana bones everyone. He's polyamorous, queer,
all kinds of stuff.
like all kinds of stuff.
I mean, you got to know the guy. He's a black dude who dresses like a cowboy. If you've ever seen Boogie Nights, Don Cheadle's character, how he dresses like a cowboy. You've seen that movie?
Mm-hmm.
It's that guy. So it's really funny. I asked him why he was moving to Texas this night on stage. And I was like, why are you moving to Texas? And he's like, I want to be close to my kids. And I was like, you guys, give it up for the... You're going to have to cut this out. Give it up for the only black guy who ever moved to a different state to be closer to his kids.
Right on.
I said, I also said Darius Rikers. He's
Nice.
dressed like a groupie for the Dallas Cowboy male cheerleaders.
Yeah, all right.
Charlemagne heard Pink Pony Club once, and then he made that his whole outfit tonight. I opened with, to be honest, I forgot this was happening. I thought I was here for the mic.
But no, for real though, roasting is my love language. Like
Ooh.
that's how I communicate with people that I love.
Ooh,
Like
I called him Crocodile Do Me, Cocker Texas Ganger.
I had big black cocker Texas Ranger.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
We came at different times.
Yeah.
Well, we showed up
No
at
symbiosis. Shoot.
And I ended with just remember the best thing you will do for Portland comedy is move to Texas. And
It's a good burn.
Melina goes, ouch.
Good burn.
But yeah, I think roasting is one of the highest forms of a love language. I was raised with the dozens when I was a kid. My nickname was Mouth, and it was because I was set loose on people. But I wouldn't do it to somebody I didn't like. If I didn't like
Every
I'd be
time-
like, "You seem like a nice guy."
Every time he brings me on stage, he uses the same roast, and it's at this point I
I'm
can
not getting
recite
paid
it.
to write about you, kid.
At this point, I can recite it. He says, "Chad looks like a serial killer if all he did was shop at department stores. He looks like John Wayne Macy's." And then I have one I wrote for him. Joseph Crumb, or as I like to call him, the little engine that could not run without alcohol. And then I say, if he were a Futurama character, he'd be Bender, which is how I would also describe the last 5 years of his life.
Fuck you. Chad looks like an IT guy who specializes in erasing sketchy hard drives.
Yeah, so like that, and that the thing is though, like he and I, like we roast each other like on stage, like when we're co-hosting together, like in daily life. But it's like I know he doesn't mean anything by it. And
No, I love
honestly,
you.
like
You're my brother,
if
dude.
he didn't roast me, I'd be fucking concerned.
Yeah. It's like,
I'd be like, what's the fuck's wrong with you? Like, what did I do to you? And like, no, like, and here's the thing, like, outside of being around him, sing his praises every time because it'll go right to his fucking head. And I mean,
Don't tell me I'm great.
God-
I'll fucking
God
start
knows
getting
he could use a
God
couple inches vertically, but like,
You always got to knock me down a peg or two.
well,
Doesn't have many to lose.
Beautiful.
Looking like young John Goodman. Whoa! Looking like John Goodboy.
I'll take that one.
That's good.
oh god, but no,
Yes,
like,
sir.
So hey, come and check out Roast Wars.
Yeah, man.
It's a great time.
oh, Roast Wars is fun. Roast Wars is I've been
Lucas
on that show. It's Joe and Lucas Kopp host that together, and yeah, it's at Bunk Bar. They like he said, they try to do it every month. It's a really fun show to be on.
Nice.
We're doing our best.
I mean, that's a lot of comedy where it starts as comedy, you know, locker room humor, back at a bus.
The dozen.
You know, the person that comes into the class clown comes in is like, oh, you live in the back of the hardware store. You come in here smelling like cut keys all the time.
Cut keys.
That's a Colin Quinn bit.
That's
but
good.
yeah, it's like, you know, those
I
people,
get it though.
you right? You know, you wear that shirt every Tuesday. That's your Tuesday shirt. You know,
Yeah.
it's like somebody just has that knack for coming up with that right on the spot. That's that locker room humor. That's that dark humor. Guys in the military do it. They have that darkest of humor because they're have that foxhole thing of like, hey, we're in this fucking shit. We're gonna try and make each other laugh.
100%.
I learned it from Juvie. That was where I
Yeah,
sharpened my shit at.
exactly. Right.
I'd put restaurants in the same category, working with kitchen guys.
Oh
Definitely.
God,
It
yes.
is. It is
You'll
hot
you'll
and
never
sharp.
never
Yeah.
be roasted more than by a Mexican dude in the kitchen.
A line
Like-
cook or a good dishwasher will fuck you up, man.
Like
They'll
I
fuck you up.
learned, like when I was working at Old Spaghetti Factory, my first job, I learned at least 8 different ways to
Old
say.
spaghetti fact.
I learned at least 8 different
look
ways
at
to call
you.
somebody gay, and like in Spanish.
Yeah.
And so it's like yeah, no, those guys will roast the shit out of you in a
Like
language you
Faux
don't even
Montana
understand.
over here. I'm sorry.
I love
Oh
it.
fuck.
Yeah.
Because it's fake Joe Montana.
I get you.
That's the joke.
That's the joke. That's the joke. Can you just like insert Arnold from The Simpsons? That's the joke.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, but like roasting is like I said, that's my favorite form of comedy. It's the one
Same.
I think I'm the best at it. Like myself, like writing comedy, roasting is what I'm the most comfortable doing.
Chad's underrated. I say it all the time. He is. He's underrated. People be like, this guy's good at roasting. I'd be like, wow, Chad's really good at roasting.
Shut the fuck up.
He is really good, though. I'm just saying that you fuck people up.
Oh God.
I wouldn't want you to be my middle school bully. You know? Like,
Dude, I had enough middle school bullies.
Yeah.
Like that's God. No, but it's fun, man. It's and there's plenty of good roast shows in Portland too. Portland used to hate roast comedy.
Really?
Pre-COVID, dude. There was this one.
Because what can you say? You know what I mean?
Well, like there was this one show, and it was like a battle back and forth, and it was done at Harvey's, and then there was one at Beulah Land, and like Portland did not like mean, and I feel like something changed around like 2020 and afterwards, and now Portland loves mean. They adore it.
Because the pendulum swings.
It does.
When you go, it's just like, look, I'm a very progressive, left-leaning guy. I don't fucking like Trump, none of that stuff. But when you go so far this way, you have to come back this way. And then that's what we're in right now. And then you go back that way. But right now it makes sense that people are like, you know what? Just say what you want. Fucking A. You know what I
Like
mean?
as long as
But
you're not
I still don't.
like punching down at people.
Yeah, that's no
like,
fun. I don't
You
want
gotta
that.
define that too.
100%.
Yeah.
You know?
100%.
If you get attacked by 100 midgets, sorry.
I had.
You went hard, M?
I was gonna say that it would only take one of me to make a bear come, so I feel like I'd win. But I just recently had a conversation with somebody at my mic where we say that you can say whatever you want on stage, but what they were saying off stage wasn't really something that I agree with, you know. And I let them know, like, hey man, I know we make our jokes on stage, but like,
Oh, was that DD?
stop.
I didn't say his name.
A canary.
Their name.
This is a fuck. You. If anybody's in witness protection, it's your little snitch ass, dude. Chill out.
Yeah.
Am I wrong though? Was
No,
it was them,
stop.
right?
It wasn't anybody. It was I'm making this story up. It's a lie. The whole thing's a lie.
Yeah.
So you can tell which one of us has been to juvie. So he was saying some things off stage where I'm like, hey man, I know we joke about that on stage, but I'm not really cool with that. Like, just so you know, like I wasn't mad at him. You know what I mean? I was just like, hey, I'm not really like that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not. I wouldn't get along with Joe Rogan that well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you ever
And-
met Joe Rogan?
No, but it was an interesting conversation.
Maybe you would.
Probably would. I just
He's a
mean,
comedian,
like,
right?
yeah, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah, I would probably get along great with him. But but I was like, yeah, I'm not really like that. I actually respect my friend's pronouns and everything.
Yeah.
I might make jokes about like Billy they Cyrus and
That's one that he loves.
That's a good one.
And it applies to so many people.
Portland is like ready. Portland is like if RuPaul's Drag Race and My Name is Earl had a crossover episode. My Name is Girl.
Wow.
My name is Girl.
True.
Wow. That's a
But-
good joke. You
But
got that written down?
look, I
Yeah.
am
That's good.
He's got
I'm
that
a
written down.
super like progressive person. Like I'm not cool with people disrespecting the home. Like when I accidentally misgender my friends, I know this. Oh, I'm such a ally. For real though, I feel fucking bad, dude. So somebody was making like light of all that, and I'm like, hey, just so you know, we ain't like that here.
Mhm.
Like we might make jokes about it, and I will allow you to because I believe in the freedom of speech. You know,
Mhm.
but we don't actually feel that way.
Yeah.
You know.
You're making fun.
That's
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's a thing too that I appreciate about Portland comedy is like there's definitely it is a very inclusive space. Like you get a lot of people from all different walks of life, and for the most part, everybody feels welcome. Like unless you're blatantly just shitting on everybody and anybody, and we can tell like, hey, you're kind of a piece of shit. Like it's a for the most part though, it is a very inclusive place to do stand up.
It's comedy.
There's a lot of different
Including
voices, a lot of different points of view, and there's space for everybody in it. And I'd say it's it's got something for everybody.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We talked about this before, and I got my perspective changed a little bit. So one of the first comedy shows I went to in Portland, it was an open mic, I believe. And the MC got up there and was like, hey, welcome, blah, blah, blah. And he rattled off a list of, this is what we're not going to say. This is what
I
we're not gonna
know
say.
what,
And I was like,
I know.
and this is me coming from, major cities,
Mhm.
being, I've been to the Comedy Cellar a bunch of times. I've been to, a bunch of comedy rooms. And it's the first time I ever had, well, this is what you can't say. It was open mic. And I was like, what the fuck? They're comedians who come up here and say funny stuff, but you just tell them what they can't say? I was a little put off. Right off the bat, I was like, you're going to limit what people can say? And then, what was her name? Rochelle?
Rochelle Cody.
Yeah, Rochelle
Awesome.
said, she checked me back. She's like, well, if somebody gets up there and says something that walks the whole room, you've just ruined the rest of the show for everybody else.
100%.
And it changed my perspective. I didn't necessarily agree with it. I think if a comedian's getting up there and making fun, I'm going to take it from the perspective, whatever they're saying, they're trying to be funny. Alas, she hit me with that, and I was like, I could see that. And in a place where this was pre-COVID and everything like that, where like you had said, things were different. If you get up there and spoil the night for everybody, then you're the asshole.
But there's a difference between I said a word that I'm not allowed to say, and I said it in a disrespectful manner. I know what you're talking about. I know exactly where you're describing.
Okay.
So there's a difference
won't.
between me not being allowed to say lesbian and then me making fun of lesbians. And that's something that we have to police each other on. We have to, like how I had to do the hard work of being like, hey, bud, just so you know, we don't actually hate trans people here.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude? Same thing with them, where I was told I wasn't allowed to say this, that, and the third unless I was this, that, and the third. And then I was like, cool. And then they said, unless you can fight.
Right.
I can fight. So I thought I could say anything. I can fight. So fuck off. My nose don't look like this for no reason. And
Yeah, that's from the slide.
Callback. That was the sound it made. So I went up on stage and I didn't. Here was the joke. I'll just say it. Like we'll just get the full context.
Say whatever you want here.
The joke was, and this is a true story. This is true to my story. I thought the first wedding I ever went to was a lesbian wedding between my aunt. Yeah, between my aunt and her wife.
Okay.
I was a little boy. I thought that that's what a wedding was two ladies getting married. So then the next year when I went to a marriage between a man and a woman, I was fucking appalled. I swear to God, you can ask my mom. I was like, Mom, What's going on here? And then in the joke, I'm like, a lesbian or a wedding, a marriage is a sacred bond between one 300-pound woman with a mullet and one 110-pound woman with no teeth. That is what it's supposed to be. Now, look, they lit me. I'm supposed to get 7 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
They lit me. And I was like, all right, cool. You're lighting me. It doesn't feel like that was 7 minutes. It was really about 2 minutes. Whatever. I don't care. But then when I was getting off stage, their host was like, hey, guys, I'm so sorry. That was really bad. I know we let anybody do this. I was like,
Nah, that's
Oh, he was apologizing for you?
that's
Yeah.
the bullshit part.
Fuck that.
what the fuck? You know what I mean? And I was like, I get,
Nay.
but I wasn't saying gay
Shout out
people
to
shouldn't
him.
get married. I was
Right.
saying I'm disgusted with straight people getting married.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You
A
know?
straight wedding is this is the gayest shit ever. What are these straight people getting
But
married?
you know,
It's
I
terrible.
also I want to give I want to give leeway to people, and I want to say that maybe that they were just mad at me for being fat phobic or something. Maybe they were like, you don't get to make fun of a 300-pound woman, or you don't get to make I get it. There could be other reasons. I'm not fucking imperfect. I'm not perfect. I don't know everything that's going on. That's totally fine. But what it felt like was them telling me I couldn't talk highly about my lesbian aunt.
Yeah.
Like I can't say the word.
This
I
was
can't say
this was a true story, an authentic thing from your life
it
too.
happened for real.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I really did think that weddings were only for lesbians. I really did.
That's great.
But they called me off stage, and then they did it to me again the next time. They lit me early and were like, fuck out of here.
You told the same joke?
No, I told different joke. But look, I'm not the one. You've heard me. You've been hanging out with me for 3 hours. You've heard what I do. I'm not the one. If this is the clean mic where we're all being good people, I'm not.
You don't have to.
If it's labeled as such, I'm not going to that mic. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, I thought it was weird too, though. It
Yeah.
was very strange.
Yeah.
I was like, why would we police each other like that? We need to give each other leeway. What if it's helping somebody? What if it's something that somebody needs to get off their fucking chest, man?
Mhm.
And guess what? If it's not good, then we get to learn. We get to talk to that person. We get to be like, hey, man, that wasn't cool.
Yeah.
And then we get to talk about it. And then they can be like, I've been going through a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if that sounds corny, but
No, I
It is a
completely
perspective, yeah.
I completely agree with that. I mean, but the policing in the comedy scene in Portland was so prevalent pre-COVID.
And you say was.
I mean,
it's getting better.
it is. I mean, there's like I said, everybody has a voice out here, and at least that's how it feels now. Everybody has a voice. Like, granted, you don't have a voice if you're just blatantly being racist or
No, fuck that.
homophobic or just being a fucking asshole just because you think that's what's funny. Like, it's not. Like, if you're
That
not
Kill Tony shit ain't gonna fly out here.
like if you're not being clever about it, if you're not being like if people can tell, like, hey, this is legitimately what he thinks, like this is that these people don't deserve rights or a voice or whatever, like that shit is not going to fly. If you're gonna say something, make it fucking clever.
Be funny.
Be funny, be clever about it.
You're at an open mic. Your assumed objective is to make people laugh.
Right. If you're out there and you're making people uncomfortable or you're making people feel alienated or feel bad about themselves, like there's a difference between roasting and there's a difference between and like punching down.
Unless you're some kind
That's
of
what I
like
said.
fucked up performance artist who's trying to make people feel bad. Like, what is your goal here?
Right.
What the fuck?
Patrice O'Neill put it the best way. I like, if you go in there and you hit him with a joke and you don't split the room 50-50, something's wrong.
But I don't think the goal, right? Like, he didn't think the goal was to make all of them feel bad. The goal was to get them 50-50. I'm the same
Yes.
way. I'm not here to make all of you fucking happy.
Exactly.
Like, I am here to. I have a joke where I describe it like
Groans
it's
and
like,
giggles.
it's
That's
like-
the
It's like herpes. The joke is like herpes. Only 1 in 3 of you guys is gonna get it. You know?
Yeah. I think it should be that. I mean, comedy isn't for everybody. Yes,
It's not.
everybody deserves to laugh, but you go up and you're paying money to see somebody and you don't laugh. That's not necessarily on you. I mean, excuse me, it's not on the comedian.
When you go to the museum, you don't get mad at the painting.
Fuck
Fuck this
Well, yeah.
painting. This, like, you
Why is this one here?
heckling
Fuck this
a
fucking
painting
guy,
and
yeah.
shit, dude. Could
Yeah.
you imagine? But yeah.
Plenty of people do that. It's like, oh, look at this famous guy. It's like, I painted my house 2 days, 2 coats. Took this guy 14 years to do this fucking.
That's
fucking kind of
that's
fucking-
actually been. I mean, I don't know if you guys have been seeing these TikToks of people going into museums and looking at modern art and like, this isn't art. And it's like, well, you
I
don't get to
get you.
fucking decide. Like,
My 4-year-old.
you
can
don't
do
like
that.
it, move along. Go to the
Right.
classics section. It's over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
I-
well, you paid admission to that museum. You get to say what you want to say, and you take your TikTok up.
That's the
You
right,
And
right?
you pay to go see a comedy show, and then you could heckle. or
Yeah, but
stay
I'm
or
not
feel
mad at them.
offended.
I'm not mad
Yeah.
at them for being able to speak their voice and say that they think this fucking cheeseburger sucked and they want their money back.
Mhm.
I get it.
Cool.
But I also don't have to fucking be cool with you. Like,
Exactly.
I can make you shut this bar down because you want to shoot me, you know?
Shush.
No, that
Flex,
guy
what-
that guy
God.
was just like on something.
Yeah.
like that dude should not have been allowed out in public.
But, you know,
If
everybody...
that guy had a fantastic night after that too. I mean, and ladies
I
laying
highly
in bed.
doubt it.
Maybe he shot somebody else.
That's it. Just wing him in the ear a little bit. Jeez. But yeah, you know, guy's laying in bed and he's like, that joke was kind of funny. He might have hit him later too.
I don't condone nothing that happens on this whole entire program, okay? I'm a nice guy. I might be the nicest guy on here.
I
Agree.
I met him and I said, "Wow, what a nice guy."
Wow, what a nice guy.
a lie.
That was the line.
Dear God.
Roasting, and it's popular. I mean, it's been a form of comedy for, Friars Club. People go there and somebody famous gets up there and
Dean Martin.
Dean Martin, right? You know,
Don Rickles.
Don Rickles. We can
Did
keep
I
going.
say it right?
Yeah, Don
Okay,
Rickles.
yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna have to bleep it.
Ron
That's right.
Tickles.
Rod Nichols.
Steve Pickles, whatever it is.
Strong tickles.
The best kind of tickle. You know, Robin Williams getting up there and blasting Richard Pryor right in front of him, in front of a panel. It's beautiful. You know, it's a good thing. And
Love.
then, right? And then what's the most watched Netflix program of all time right now?
The Tom Brady
Tom Brady
Netflix
roast.
thing.
Tom Brady.
Isn't that
roast.
crazy?
Fuck, I don't
The
understand it.
most
Fuck
watched. Think
Tom
about all of the things
Part of
that
it
have
was
gone
okay.
viral on Netflix.
Right.
That is the most viral one. Insane. And it's just dudes being like, this fucking guy fucking looks like a.
Yeah. This guy used to play football. He's really stupid.
Tom Brady looks like a gay Tom Brady. Like that
It is-
was.
It's because I think it's because he seemed so like perfect outwardly,
Mhm.
and people love to dump on someone who they see as like unassailable and this kind of paragon. This
Larger than life.
yeah,
Mhm.
and it's like of course we want to see someone like a bunch of people take him down a peg. You know, it's that kind of
To me, he looks like AI.
yeah.
Like he
He's
looks
a good
like
looking man.
he looks like if I typed into an AI machine, I was like quarterback NFL, and then it's Tom Brady. You know what I mean? Come on, he does.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
No, he looks. Oh,
He's a
God.
good looking dude. Yeah, well, he's been through all the stuff too. He's won a bunch of football things and had a smoking hot wife, and then she
Had.
went and went
Was it Giselle?
Yeah,
Giselle?
left him for
Yeah.
a karate instructor.
No.
jujitsu.
He
Yeah.
left
Oh,
her.
jujitsu.
He left her for the game. She found new love.
He's,
Is that wrong?
he's a lot of people's favorite character in sports. You know,
A lot of people.
Okay. You know what I love? All right. I don't know if
EA
anybody can
Sports.
relate to this, but
It's in the game.
I love you.
Tom Brady.
I need.
He's in the
I
game.
hope somebody relates to this. I am not a big sports fan, right? Like I don't
is?
watch basketball, I don't watch baseball, I don't watch football, none of that. But I'm a big sports documentary fan.
30 for 30, yeah. They're good.
See, all
Yeah.
right,
I
okay.
got you.
See what I'm saying?
Rudy. Excellent. Yes.
I don't remember what the point is.
We love a good
But
comeback
this-
story. Melania likes a comeback story.
Some of the best.
I come on her back. Wow. I come on her back.
There it is.
But I'm a big documentary sports fan where I'm like, I don't know what Reggie Miller did, but goddamn was that guy on fire that year. Like,
Well, I mean, it's a
does that make sense?
it's a really easy to follow narrative. It's like, oh, the team was doing badly, then they won. You know, great sports movies are incredible. Like Rudy, you
Miracle
point out,
on
Dude,
Nice.
Wrexham recently.
Wrexham, yeah,
Topical.
yeah,
Like,
Oh,
welcome to
FC.
Wrexham.
Yeah,
Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney bought a football club.
Topical like your Simplex 2 medication.
shit.
Looked at me and he said, "Wow, what a lot of hemorrhoids."
Damn, he's got the
He
ass.
does that. I'm not with you guys, I promise. I promise.
What do you call it? European football?
Soccer.
Soccer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
football.
they're a Welsh
It's,
team. They were like really
Rob-
small.
The dude from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia and the dude
And
from
Deadpool.
Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds, they bought a soccer team and they've like built it up into a thing that's like actually pretty impressive.
And they've gotten promoted back to back to back now. Like they
They're
started
winning.
off
They're
they started
winning.
off in like the lowest tier of the National Football League, and they've gotten promoted and I
You could
think
do that
I
in
think
soccer? European football?
In
and
English soccer,
there's
yeah,
different
Premier League.
English soccer, yeah.
There's different leagues like how we have like semi-pro, pro, whatever.
Yeah, but the
There's
whole team
Premier
goes up?
League.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's based on how good you are, but also by how much money you make and shit like
Yeah,
that.
and how much
So-
Yeah.
fucking sell. Yeah, it's about the cash.
The spot
It's a
in
good show.
it's a fantastic and the
That we're
thing is
promoting
too,
fucking
FC.
Hulu.
Wrexham,
Why are we promoting Hulu so hard right now?
Wrexham.
Oh, Wrexham.
Wrexham.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
if you could
Well,
buy,
really,
if you could buy one,
yeah.
if you could do
Tuesday.
one sport,
Tuesday. Yeah.
you guys, if you could do one sport, you get to be a professional in one sport. What's the sport?
Hockey.
Hockey.
Yeah, I want to beat the
That's
shit
the
out of
dumbest
some
answer.
people.
We can all agree on
Are you
that
kidding
right
me?
now.
I would
To
say, all
beat
right,
the
Chad.
shit out of some people and like
Boxing.
have it sanctioned?
Boxing.
Yeah.
Why
but
do you
like,
guys want?
but then
CBD
you
so
also
bad?
like here's the thing. I think people love hockey fights more than they love boxing.
You guys,
People
basketball.
like fights more
The
than like
answer's
hockey. That's why I
basketball.
watch hockey.
You get to be a tall black guy with a huge dick. How are you picking hockey? What are you talking about?
Racist? You can't be that in hockey?
No, you get to be a Canadian man
there's
with
like
no
three.
teeth.
There's like 3 black guys in hockey
That
ever.
one guy's killing it, right?
You guys-
he's
Right
doing
now,
it.
yeah.
And then there was the one guy. Then there was the one guy who really killed it and sliced that guy's throat open. But
And then there was
Why
that
would
other
you do
guy,
that?
and that's the list of the guys.
Makes
the
no
three guys.
sense.
Yeah.
Makes no
Baseball.
sense. Makes no sense.
Baseball? You pick
Baseball get paid the most.
baseball, America's
You
pastime.
get like
That's
fucking
your.
$6
Yeah,
million
I don't
a
have to
year and
do shit. I just stand out there in a field.
It's not a sport. It's not a sport.
He's out
it's
there
a
picking
skill.
flowers.
Can you run, hit, catch, and throw, though? You got
Yes, I fucking love baseball.
Golf gets paid a lot of
Is
money
that-
for walking.
Oh,
Golf.
I changed my answer.
I
I
love
would
golf.
I would want to be good at golf because like
Here's-
that's
That's pretty much hockey.
that is a fucking flex.
Here's the thing. Golf, but like golf like 30 years ago when you could wear funky outfits. Nowadays they're like no garish colors when you're playing the Masters or
You
whatever.
want the John Daly.
Garish.
Yeah, have you ever seen John Daly?
But no, if you
That was 30
if you
years ago.
like,
Speaking of garish outfits, back to hockey. Don Cherry.
Don Cherry.
Does anybody know who Don Cherry is? Dude wears some. Can you pull up? Can you pull up Don Cherry, please?
Pull up
Pull up Don Cherry and suits. Don
Pull
Cherry suits.
Kid was fucking dripped out. It was
Bro,
like Ric-
look at
No,
this
it was like
guy's
Ric Flair.
suits.
It was like Ric Flair, dude.
Don
hockey
fucking
guy?
yeah, and he's and Don Cherry. He gives back to animals. What a fucking guy.
Okay, so
We love
you
Don
guys,
Cherry.
I want you both to know that hockey is the worst answer.
You're
I'm
wrong.
gonna be the
Wrong.
greatest. I would choose to be a basketball player. You get the least CTE.
Just because you're short.
You're t-
Oh, the whole posture. You just crushed him with that. His whole posture went down.
Why-
He's already crushed. Look at it.
Taking them
Come on.
body shots.
The
Come
1-2.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Give him the 1-2.
You
Just
mean
like he
you
wishes
wouldn't
he
wanna
was
be-
1 to 2
you
inches
wouldn't wanna be
taller.
Magic Johnson. He had AIDS.
But no, look at this guy's fucking suits.
Yeah, past that.
He
Look
looked
at
awesome.
him.
This is like me at
Look at his fucking
karaoke.
suits.
This is literally me at
I mean, you could
karaoke.
say
Bro,
something
that's
about
me
this
at
that might
karaoke too.
Get you kicked out of an open mic in Portland, you know? He's a bit flamboyant, is he not? I don't know who this guy is.
Nah, this guy fucks. This guy absolutely fucks. Don fucking Cherry.
Mad pimpish,
What a national
as they say.
treasure.
He looked like
Look
he,
at that one, incredible.
looks like
Fucking
he
Marvel
sells
comic
used Ferraris.
Dude, I'd buy a used Ferrari from Don Cherry. Don Cherry looks like his suit is based off of your wall.
He looks like he
Here.
sells used cherries.
Used Cherry. What?
All right, so hockey, but you change it to golf. Two snort
I would
talents.
do.
Bang.
I would.
That's your two snorts.
Okay.
I would do
I'm
golf.
going basketball.
Basketball. Yeah. Charles.
Is there a
you said
snort?
Baseball?
Is there a
Okay.
snort thing on that?
I got another question,
baseball or
guys.
golf.
Baseball or golf?
Baseball's a good answer because that's where you get paid the most. I got another question. If you could be any athlete of all time,
Ooh.
You know
Not
who?
Magic Johnson?
You know who Mike Bilmo just met the other day?
No.
Mike Bilmo got to go play golf with Jamie Moyer, the
I don't know who the
winningest
fuck that is.
Mariners pitcher of all time.
Moyer.
279 wins.
Sounds like a bagel.
And like he was there during that. Like,
Sorry. That's a
Can't say
joke
that
from this
enough.
guy
That
named
sounds like
Jake
a
Breslauer.
Go ahead.
Jamie Moore, yeah.
yeah, and it's just a cool. He's
Just
just a,
look at his stats. Why was he playing golf with him? Did he get paired with him, or he was just in
he's a
Vancouver?
member at the Camas Meadows or wherever they were.
Jamie Moyer lives in the area.
I guess so.
I don't know if I believe it. But I got pulled
He
over
played for the
apparently
Phillies,
by
though,
Kurt
yeah,
Warner's
He's
son.
like 108 years old,
What?
still pitching.
I got pulled over by Kurt Warner's
Okay,
son. but
Which
I don't
character
know
is
if I
that in
believe it.
sports?
Kurt Warner.
Yeah. What sports
Who did he
character
play
is
for?
that?
Broncos.
A bunch of
Quarterback.
teams, but yeah, he was big with the.
He's like
the
one of the-
Rams.
he's
Big
like-
with the horse.
Phoenix.
He's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Let's just say that, right?
He ain't
I'm
no Joe
pretty
Montana.
sure I got pulled over by his son, and his son let me get away with a lot of
The
illegal shit.
oldest pitcher in Major League history to win a
Wow.
game. Yeah, he was old as shit, like left-handed, throw slow and shit like that.
Did you
right?
guys ever
Yeah.
see when the homeboy threw the ball and it hit the dove?
Randy Johnson.
Johnson.
Randy Johnson.
The big
dude.
unit.
The big unit. That was his. Yeah.
Charles with the emphatic nickname.
He has
Emphatic
he and Alice Cooper.
Have the biggest penis.
Let me finish. He and Alice Cooper opened up a restaurant in New Mexico called Cooperstown,
What?
and it's a baseball themed hot dog joint.
What
They've
are
got
you
a hot
fucking
dog.
saying right
They
now?
have a hot dog called the Big Unit, and it's like a 2-foot hot dog. And when you order the big unit, like a siren goes off, and they like bring out this giant hot dog. And Bourdain went there. That's the only reason.
Whenever I have sex with a woman, a siren goes off.
I do like Randy Johnson too.
Right on.
Have you ever seen that video
Which one?
where when he
When he hits the bird.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
A dozen times. Yeah.
Who's the baseball player? He was getting interviewed and he like reaches back and like grabs a
Oh, that's a great clip
Oh,
too.
out of midair and like protects the chick doing the interview.
Yeah.
Is that real?
Was debunked. Yeah.
That was debunked?
I don't think it's real.
No.
Chad's childhood is ruined.
Crushed.
Some old, like,
No,
CGI
dude,
kind of stuff.
Ken Griffey Jr. was my favorite baseball player.
For sure.
Sweetest swing.
Seattle.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Seattle dog. And like,
Ichiro.
here's the thing. It's because
Great swing as well.
My-
position.
my dad's name is Ken, and and like that's the.
Hey, I've met Chad's dad, and guess what?
You have not met my dad.
He
You met my
immediately
stepdad.
reminded me of Ken Griffey Jr.
He's so black.
Ken Griffey Sr.
Ken Gemma Jr.
Dude, I wish.
Named fucking Ken and Chad. Oh,
I
my
know,
goodness.
dog.
Gotta get you
Like,
a salad dressing.
here's the
Ken
thing.
and Chad.
My grandpa-
maybe, dude.
My grandpa's name was Dan or Daniel, and then his
Daniel.
dad was Armand.
Armand, right?
Armand,
Yeah, like a Calogero in there or something to
bro.
bring it back.
Like it's no, I
Ken
have
Griffey
I have
Jr.
a bit
Please
I have
go.
a bit that I do too about. So my dad wanted to name me something Italian.
Mhm.
So my full name Chad Alan Gemma.
Mhm.
My dad wanted to name me Vincenzo,
Mhm.
and the problem with that is those initials spell vag.
Ooh,
Yeah. So VAG would have been my initials, and like
tough one.
I got bullied enough in high school, right?
Mhm.
And so I'm really glad he didn't get a second choice because Frankie would have been worse.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you gotta spell that shit out.
Yeah, we got a spelling crowd in
Yeah.
here. Like, yeah.
Wow, nice.
Yep. You
What,
got
a comedian
lucky.
did that. What's her name? Not funny lady.
Oh,
That
you
doesn't
gotta be
narrow
more
down.
specific. That's
Yeah,
a wide.
exactly.
Amy Schumer?
That's the one.
That was just a wild guess, but like
Dictionary. The not funny comedian lady.
Chad, I want to still get gigs after this.
like Amy Schumer's gonna book you.
She's got her
And we're sending this
I wanna
directly to
have a
her.
job, Come on.
Clipping that one, sending it to her.
She
Yeah.
named her kid Gene, and then the middle name she wanted to name after Dave Attell. So it was Attell. She named her kid Gene Attell.
That's a real thing.
That's a fucking changed the kid's name. She told me the story. I was like,
That's a real
oh
thing.
my god. I was looking at the kid's name for 3 months. Nobody fucking knew.
Why would they do that?
And
I
presume.
mean, if you're gonna name your restaurant something, pass it through your friends. You know, you're gonna name your kid, pass it through people.
Right.
See, spell
Oh
out the
my God.
things, do the initials. You know?
I named my kid after David Tell. I named them HIV. What he probably has.
He's been long.
No, this guy's a dad. Like,
Congratulations.
yeah.
Nice.
Hey,
Like-
what's up, Berlin? Hey, Lola. Hope you're proud. Oh no, what a mess.
Wow, what a mess.
Sending this
My
to
daughter's
them.
like, I heard
Alright.
my dad was fucked up. I walked in and I said, wow, he's fucked up.
At least my name's not genitals.
Dear God. Anyway.
People telling guy no
Do you guys
HIV.
actually
He's
know how
old.
to play chess?
Want me to find out?
I don't. I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
I do not know how.
Charlie plays chess puzzles on his phone. I hear. Do you still play?
I haven't been doing my puzzles. I've been keeping up with it. But can I just say we talked about a little while ago. I don't know if it ever actually aired. Whatever. Duolingo has chess now,
What?
and it's
How do you play chess in a different language?
it's just teaching you how to play chess.
Here's
It-
the question. I have.
How do you
Here's the
play
question
chess
that I
in a
have.
different language.
Why is there separate champions for men and women?
Damn.
There
Bro,
are some,
especially when we have that
There
show.
should not be. They should all compete
Queen's
together.
Gambit.
Queen's
because,
Gambit,
because
yeah.
it's not a physical.
It feels a
thing.
little bit.
Queen's
Okay,
Gambit.
so
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've never seen Queen's
some of the
Gambit.
highest rated champions in the world. for chess.
Wow, what a hot chess champion.
Yeah. I remember some smoke shows that play chess too.
No,
so-
Queen's Gambit in particular.
She's good looking.
Richie-
Anya Taylor-Joy, she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Bobby Fischer.
She
a
got them,
baddie.
she got them eyes way out here. People keep telling me what.
Wow, she's got those Uma Thurman eyes.
Wow, your mom drank a lot.
You're comparing Uma Thurman's eyes to fucking.
You're the one who said they were way out here.
Uma Thurman's eyes are like,
Wow, you have alcohol fetal syndrome.
Okay, look up Uma Thurman.
like that one. Those eyes is way out there.
No, she's just got big eyes.
She's
I think she got
fine.
that big
You guys,
five head,
give her
too.
a break.
But Uma Thurman, pull up Uma.
Pull up.
She's got those
Uma.
wide eyes.
Yeah, okay. And she
Yeah.
got a big forehead too.
I think Family Guy did a bit about Uma Thurman's eye. Peter had a job as Uma Thurman's eye wrangler, and that he had to like come back in.
I mean, Uma was Kill Bill, so she gets a pass. I don't know.
Great
Queen's
movie.
Gambit was good.
Kill Bill.
Everybody's
Great.
telling me
She could kill this
bill. Oh,
The cheeseburger movie too. I gotta watch that.
oh, that movie's fucking great.
They go
What
to a
movie?
restaurant and everybody gets
Oh,
killed.
yeah,
Cheeseburger
yeah.
At the end.
Yep.
Mm,
Yeah, that's a
Most things with a cheeseburger
great.
at
The
end.
menu.
you look like you work at that
Okay, you need to
restaurant.
do from The Ringer. That's a great movie.
So the chess thing against
Yeah, what
guys
is
and
it?
dames. So the highest rated chess player in the world, Magnus Carlsen, probably right now.
Right.
He's got a rating of, I don't know what it is, probably 3,300.
He's young too,
Child
isn't he?
prodigy. Child prodigy.
He's been playing for a long ass time, and he's
Oh.
bananas. You could watch some of his games, and I know a little bit about chess, and it's like that guy's doing some banana shit. Maybe the highest rated dame, like world champion chess player right now.
Who's
What
your
a
favorite
badass
character?
thing.
Pull it up and we can see what
Who's
the
your
highest
favorite
rated-
character in professional chess?
Okay, I'm sorry. I compare everything to anime,
Yeah.
and this is like an anime. You know
Yes.
what I mean? Like
Mm.
What's your
Magnus
power
Carlsen
level?
is fucking Goku,
Absolutely,
dude. Like
absolutely.
it's fucking sick. But yeah, he's
Oh,
been
Judith
doing it.
Polgar.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
You know who that is?
Is it a
Hungarian
lady?
broad, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, she's-
I know that broad.
But I've always thought it was fucked up that they have a separate champion for women
So
than
check
men.
out-
Like,
so this
why?
is-
What's
her
the?
peak rating was the highest, 2735, and
How do they score that?
it's called a
think it's by
ELO
cup
rating.
size.
ELO rating.
Shut the fuck
You get points for beating people and the quality of your opponents.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Judith
My
Polgar
cup
is a fucking
size.
stud,
Fuck
too.
you, Joseph.
It's a lot like boxing. Like if you beat the number 10 rated fighter on the planet, you're number 9 now. You like, you know what I mean? Like you
Okay.
It can happen like that. So, if the two highest rated chess players, like I think right now it's probably Magnus Carlsen and maybe Hikaru Nakamura.
And this lady apparently.
She doesn't play too much anymore. She's been out of the game for a while. She made
She's
a
above that.
quick
That was
little
20
thing.
years ago.
Yeah,
She's getting
and
her
that was
groove
at her
back.
peak.
I
She's
like
still
to
a
think.
stud. She beats
Wow.
anybody, on this whole coast in chess.
So
She'd
as
beat
of
me.
today.
Mhm.
This is the current highest Chinese player. How are you doing?
Yeah, 2,600 in classical, and Magnus is over $3,000.
That's state funded though, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
It is. I'm not
Good.
even joking.
Okay.
Good.
I thought you were doing a bit.
No, for a fact it is.
That's state funded.
The Soviet chess school was a real fucking thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
They so when you have a communist society, you have like your gymnastics and your golf and your wrestling and all of that
And chess.
is paid for
Chess,
by the government. They get paid.
Wow.
They get paid. But we have to get sponsors because we live in a capitalistic society. Capitalism. God bless America. God bless the USA. That's right. In America, you can make your dreams come true. All you have to do is sell your soul, just like Chad's gonna do. Come to Paraoke on June 21st. We're gonna do it. We're gonna totally make our forefathers proud.
Oh. Always got to have the Soviet national anthem on deck, you know?
What? The fact you had that queued up.
That's been a thing.
You're not the only left-leaning person in the room. Let's just...
Snort take.
Hey, that's how you cut a promo, baby.
Yeah.
That's how you cut
Dude,
a promo.
that's like
It's hot.
that's some Benjamin Tier coded shit. like like I know you had Benjamin Tier on, and like the fact you have the Soviet national anthem.
That's for me.
Oh,
That's
God.
pretty- that's not- that wasn't
I
for
just
Ben.
want to apologize
I mean,
to
he liked
everybody
it.
in advance. I'm so sorry. I get a little out of hand sometimes. I haven't taken my medication
You're
in
so
a while.
apologetic, though.
Yeah.
Are you being your authentic self? Is this how you are?
Well, I've stolen so much from you already, and my pants are getting heavy.
Congratulations.
It's
If
a
you would
lot.
have asked for it, I probably would have given it to you. It wouldn't have been as fun, but
Oh, yeah, he did destroy a pizza box earlier. That was...
Oh, you
I
got to
did
see this
the-
party trick. It's really good.
He's going to destroy another
When I
one.
was a kid,
I
my
seen him make a
stepdad used to
box.
make me poke my finger through potatoes and apples. And now, like, if you give me a pizza box, I can just go like through and the apple. But I don't want to do it.
Dude, it's
Look at Mr. Miyagi over here.
no, it's wild. Like I would break my finger if I did the shit. Like
It's not
You
fun.
can find out. Break your finger.
You know, it's not.
Bro,
but you know how some people can rip a phone book in half. It's not. It
I
doesn't
can
mean
do
you're
that.
exactly. It's like a trick. It's a party trick.
it is a
There you
party.
go.
That one's a party trick. What you do is straight up like
I think
clobbering time. Like
the reason why I learned how to do
clobbering
this,
my balls.
I had this
High school
stepdad.
girlfriend?
I had this stepdad.
Yeah, the meanest pussy around.
I had this stepdad that was like, he was so convinced that he could kill a cougar with his bare hands.
Oof.
He was convinced, like, you know, the
The cat?
100
His name is Matt
a
Brown.
cougar. Matt
Joseph's
Brown.
mom.
Matt Brown is my stepdad. Matt Brown and my mom did date for 2 years, and it's weird, and everybody doesn't believe me, but I wish it was.
The cougar is Joseph's mom.
But
Much
was-
like John Cougar Mellencamp,
he
that
was
guy dropped the cougar.
he was convinced that he could kill a cougar with his bare hands, like the 100-man versus 1 gorilla thing. And I just want to say, I could make that gorilla come.
You have to.
Challenge over. So
Taking a fight out of that.
he was convinced that he could kill a cougar with his bare hands, and his technique was to poke it through the eye. And
Oh.
so he taught us how to like stick our finger through apples and potatoes. And then now the easiest thing to do it with is usually potato.
Didn't know you were Irish.
Pizza boxes. I'm Scottish. But
No, the
yeah.
potato thing.
Anyways, guys, I have the interesting up. It was the
I'm
potato.
gonna go upstairs. Another hole in the pizza box.
Hey, this is how we get to know each other, guys. Come on.
Party tricks. I can dig it.
Fuck.
Right on.
But yeah, that's a little thing. That's a little ditty about me. No baby oil.
Jesus Christ on a motorbike.
Jesus Christ on a motorbike.
Ask anything.
Better than that donkey he rode, perhaps. I don't know. We'll see. Wow, he had the 4-pack of fucking snortles over here.
Dude, I can't.
You fucking hook this guy up to a CPAP before he fucking loses his shit over here.
We have to watch him. We have to watch him close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, deep breath. Yeah. Little box breathing, you're gonna be all right, guy. We
You
got
need your Advair, babe?
his fucking inhaler.
Wow, I breathe into a lot of boxes.
You want to put brown plastic bag? And I'm not talking
A
about me.
brown plastic bag. I don't trust a brown plastic bag, but like a brown paper bag, I'll be good.
Just put it tie it to the thing.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to derail this whole entire thing.
Too late.
You've been trying to
Off the
I'm
rails.
I think
sorry.
you stopped trying. You went the full on doing it. It's good.
We're just here.
Oh
We're
fuck.
just here. It's the PDX. Yeah, that's an interesting one. That's a move. That is
not.
also a move.
That is
Yeah. Please try again. Jesus.
Joe. No. You can't no.
You go. Come on, dude.
You can go
Help
one
me.
or you can go two.
Okay, go on.
Somebody, you ask the people know how to play chess. This guy knows how to play chess. Look at him go.
I
Yeah,
know
I
the
never said I could.
I know the basic rules. Like I don't know.
Because you're a basic bitch.
Stays in his pocket.
Listen here,
Because
you fucking lesbian.
little.
Sorry, Lebanese. Sorry.
I am Lebanese. I'll give him that. He was
Very
confused.
close to each other.
He was confused. All right, now what? I did that.
Now it's his turn.
Then I would go. Yeah.
Here, click the.
Oh wow. Yeah. Timer.
No. The other way.
It's not on. We're totally
all right.
fine. Portland comedy scene.
Right.
You've mentioned some names. One of them is in the room. Melina Best.
Mm.
Uh,
She's the best.
A lot of people.
I could
A lot of people say it.
I could hear your eyes rolling. It sounded like cement grinding against each other.
All right.
who's hot in the Portland comedy scene right now?
You gotta give it up for Adam Posse. Adam Posse is Adam Pasi.
Oh, yeah, I know
he's
Adam. I don't
he's-
know him, but I know of him.
he's phenomenal. He's just tremendous, hilarious guy. He's definitely gonna go places.
He's the guy. When I got into this, I was like, I'm gonna be that guy. I want to be that guy. You know what I mean?
Dude,
He's
that guy
fucking
looks
awesome.
like he ate two of this guy. Like,
Not
No.
just two. Let's be realistic.
no, Adam Posse's fucking hilarious. You got to give it up for Nathan Hart as well.
And
He's
that's the kid that
traveling.
moved to
Eugene.
Eugene.
Kyle Adams, another great name.
There's
Portland
my
comedy.
There's my friends. There's Isaiah Steele.
Isaiah Steele,
Vaughn
is phenomenal.
Robinson.
Vaughn Robinson.
There's all of the homies. I would say him if he wasn't here. You know what I mean? But then there's
He
like the
wouldn't say
people
me.
where I'm like, oh shit, okay, like Lucas Kopp, Juan Denmark, Milo Loza. Milo Loza's my favorite comic.
God.
Milo Loza has some of the best jokes that have ever been written. One of his jokes that I'm just gonna go ahead and burn right now. Sorry, Milo. He just says, shitting with my legs crossed.
What?
That's one of the funniest things
That's
I've
the
ever heard in my life.
How do you not picture that in your brain? Why do I have to think about that now? You
I
gotta
have-
picture
He's
that.
so good.
I have
but then
a-
there's all the people that I really,
Can
really
you do
look up
that?
to.
Jane Malone.
Jane Malone.
Jane Malone.
Billy Chambers, Brett Lowry, Amani Dene, Ben Harkins. They're
Oh, Ben Harkins is
Ben Harkins
phenomenal.
is the shit.
Truly one of the greats.
Andrea Joseph,
Yup.
Megan
Andre-
Otto.
Oh God, yeah.
I feel like we're in an old school rap interview from 2006.
Yeah. Yeah.
Young
Oh,
Steezy,
one
Lil
of
Mo,
the one of the
dap me up, sucky
one of the
boy.
guys that started in Portland comedy and then like really made it big. Mohamed El Shiki.
Mhm.
Oh, Melina knows. Mohamed El Shiki's phenomenal. He's been on Conan. He's been on Colbert. He wrote for the Samantha Bee Show. Just tremendous comedian.
Amanda Lynn Deal.
Amanda Lynn
Yeah.
Deal. Oh fuck yeah.
Gotta
That's
shout
my-
her out.
She's behind Milo. She's my favorite. Those are my two favorite.
Honestly,
comics, Milo and Amanda.
any
They
show
hate me.
any show that I get a chance to book,
You're so
I will
likable.
book Amanda Lynn Deal.
Nice.
She's a tremendous talent. She's one of the kindest people I've ever met.
Go on the Paraoke Instagram page.
She was-
and
yeah,
check out her
yeah.
video.
She did. She's Burger King. What's your thing? That's
Oh,
Amanda
That's the
Lynn
one I've
Deal.
been singing. I can't get it out of my head.
100%.
It's a front right money laundering.
I mean, let's shout
Who
out
the fuck goes there?
let's shout out the two crowd favorites from Paraoke for one. Vaughn Robinson.
This is really I love this.
Yeah, Vaughn Robinson, and then Paul Heinrich.
Okay, so they have something in common.
Do you want to say it? Of course,
They
you
are
want to
both
say it.
German.
They're both. Who's the best at karaoke? Come on, Filipinos. Both of
Oh, I didn't know. I was like a person. Yeah.
both of our winners for karaoke have been Filipino, and it's not on purpose. We didn't do it on purpose. It's
No,
not rigged.
it's we
They're
make it.
just
It's
good
the
at that
crowd
shit.
favorite. We have the crowd vote
We
for
don't
who
vote.
the favorite is, and then come December we're going to do a crowd favorite showcase.
Right on.
And so yeah, the first two winners have both been Filipino American.
That tracks. Nice.
I didn't.
I didn't plan it like that.
Like there's a reason people can't vote for myself or Joseph. Like when we do this.
We're just up there performing. We're
Right.
more like a
We just-
sideshow.
right. Almond Larson, tremendous,
Oh my god.
so great. They are just fantastic as a person and as a performer. Phenomenal. Yeah.
Will we sue people if people start copying it?
Maybe talk about it off.
Is
the
that
air.
our copyright?
I mean,
Anything from Paraoke, we copyright.
All you gotta do is say copyright out loud, and it's copyright.
I believe that.
Copyright.
I believe that.
I said it. I called copyright.
That's like from the
It's
that's
like
from
shotgun.
That's like from The Office. I declare bankruptcy.
It's a write-off. I don't know what a write-off is. Right on.
Yeah.
Mainstream comedy. Who are you watching or listening to or fans of? You know, we talked about Kyle Kinane earlier.
Mine, I have two comics that I just that really got me into doing stand up. Chad Daniels for one, just an immensely talented person, great podcaster. Just
You say that all the time, so I know you're not just kissing ass right now.
I know I do. I adore Chad Dan. He was one of the first like mainstream comics to give me advice. Like I have spoken with him in person on Instagram. We were on the same flight one time, which was
What
wild.
did you just say? You spoke to him in person on Instagram?
In person and on
no,
Instagram.
pardon
Sorry.
me. Yeah.
And then Tom Segura. I just like I know it's kind of hot button right now with him.
What is?
Like just Tom Segura in general, people are like, oh,
Why is
he
it hot
doesn't
button?
relate. He doesn't relate to the everyman anymore. He hates on the poor.
He's a little
he's got a
polarizing
gajillion
at the
fucking
moment.
dollars and
Yes,
a huge media platform.
and he worked hard for that shit.
Absolutely. When
Like-
him and Chad were in fucking Japan trying You Gotta Kill, that
Well,
fucking documentary.
Yes.
Watch that and
Yes.
fucking see where he
His
came
dad
from.
100%.
was the CEO for Merrill Lynch.
There you go.
But
Damn.
he
Yeah.
worked hard. You were born
He was also
rich.
Vietnam. He was also a Vietnam vet.
His dad was a Vietnam vet. Like,
Yeah,
And
dude,
he
I
also
fuck
was
with
a
that
CEO.
guy. He's the shit.
I did not know that.
Yeah. You
Wow.
know Tom Segura's
His
dad,
dad-
was? Something big like that. Yeah.
His dad was an angel. Like fucking that guy was the shit.
Dude, the shit that he tells about
Nothing
his
better
dad.
than killing the enemy.
But
fucking
like
good,
with
man.
with Chad Daniels at least, like the shit that he started out doing, he was very much an everyman. He was a dad, he was a traveling comic, and he like really talked about there was a dichotomy between that. There was a hey, I'm a traveling comic, I have stories about this, and then there was like the stories about his kids. And my all-time favorite bit from Chad Daniels is the drive safe, don't rape bit.
Great.
And
Great bit.
phenomenal. And I had
Demonetized.
I had the bumper sticker. I had a bumper sticker
Wow,
that said
nice.
drive safe, don't rape.
Nice.
And I remember I was in a Target parking lot and I was walking back to my truck and it said drive safe, don't rape on the bumper sticker. And this lady comes up to me and she goes, is this your truck? And I go, you mean the truck that I'm getting into right now? And she goes, this is yours? And I said, yeah. And she goes, your bumper sticker is so offensive. Oh my God. I had to explain to my daughter what this meant. And I'm like, cool, you did your job as a parent. That's wonderful.
Bingo.
And she's like, no, that's so offensive. And I'm like, which part?
Mm.
And she goes, excuse me? I go, which part was offensive? The part that said to drive safe or to not rape?
Mhm.
And
She's like, I had to explain how her stepdad has been raping her for the
Jesus Christ.
Wowzer.
But yeah, no, and that's but no, Chad Chad Daniels and Tom Segura, my two tops.
Mark it.
Joe, who are your inspo?
He was
Gallagher and
What's
Gallagher
that?
too.
Chad?
Chad?
Years ago, yeah.
Dude, the Gallagher 2 story is
I've
crazy.
seen him like 2
I
times
got
at
real
Helium.
answers.
Right on.
Yeah.
I went to that show. I remember his closing bit was fucking immaculate, killed. And then he put out his special that's on Netflix.
Dad Daniels.
No, Empty Nester, the one he did on Netflix.
That's a good.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't fucking on there. I was like, I was like, that was a killer. And then he just dropped a special on YouTube recently. for
Oh, I
free.
need to watch
And
that.
it was on that one. I was like, I'm glad that joke didn't go away because it was fucking great.
Mint.
He's
Yeah,
really
I
good.
love Chad.
He showed me him, and I'm like, oh shit, I can't believe I didn't know about that guy. He's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Slept on a little bit, but
100%.
makes gajillion dollars fucking doing comedy. So, and he's married to another comedian now.
Weird that how do I not know who you are?
Yeah, Kelsey
Cook.
Kelsey Cook,
Yeah.
yeah. And apparently she's a pool shark. No, not pool. Foosball. She's a foosball shark.
I thought you were gonna be like, she had AIDS. Sorry.
What is it with you and Magic Johnson?
Yeah,
Simplex one.
no.
hey, talk about what you know and be your authentic self. What you know, man.
Sorry.
Who are yours, Joe?
My what's the
Your-
question?
your-
Comedians, like
Comedians. Who's your
I
top?
said Gallagher and Gallagher too. no.
Black Gallagher.
Okay, so
Beautiful.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you exactly. My
I
My
know.
my usual answer is their names rhyme, but this isn't the real answer. Dave Chappelle, Dave Attell. No, but for real, though, and I don't like Dave Chappelle's new shit. It's fucking, I'm not gonna get into it. But Dave Attell, I think, is the greatest comic of all time.
He's a comic
But
for sure.
when I started doing comedy, who I wanted to be like, who I was like, I'm gonna like copy this person, was Maria Bamford.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Bam.
I used to do this thing on
Gotta
stage.
love Bam.
There's a reason her quote is on the door.
For real?
Mm.
Hell yeah!
Existing
when I
is
first
exhausting.
started,
No,
I
not
used
that
to
one.
do an terrible.
Just read them all while you're up there.
I don't know.
You probably can't see it for that.
I even with my glasses, I can't.
I can't see it from here either.
I don't know what it says.
I might need glasses. Charlie, hit us with it. And your best Maria Bamford
Fulfilling
impersonation.
my potential would really cut into my sitting around time.
Love it.
Yeah, I love that.
Gotta love Bam.
So I used to intentionally kind of
Comedians
do
of
like
comedy.
my own impression of her when I first started. I even have video of it still, where I'm at Kelly's Olympian, and like I just kind of would like rock back and forth on my heels and pretend I had to pee real bad.
Nice.
Like I would
Risen
just,
with the
you
tism.
know how when you have to pee, you know what I mean, and you're just like that. I would just do that, and then I would be like, so Tupac, he once
Got the mannerisms. That's good.
he was once quoted saying that I may not be perfect, but at least I'm real. Nobody tell him he's a hologram now. And that was like the bit I would do. But you don't want to be that person forever. I'm not that. Look, like, I'm a very loud person. I can't
Say, wow, he's the loudest.
I can't keep that up off stage and shit. And
tough to wear
but
that
it was
armor.
because Maria Bamford. Maria
Nice.
Bamford was my shit. I fucking
Good.
loved her. Like, she was the shit. And then Dave Attell. I've been watching Dave Attell old Insomniac episodes on YouTube recently, and guys, go back and watch it. It's
That's comedy, dude.
so good.
On the fly, good stuff.
So good. But yeah, those are my two, is Dave Attell and Maria Bamford.
Nice.
Love them.
Shabak, who you got?
I mean, I also love Murray Bamford. Sorry. Holy crap.
He's gonna cry, little bitch.
I don't know.
I love her so much.
Dave Cook.
I was.
Wild.
Carrot Top.
Okay, hold on. Just real quick. Real quick. Can we talk about this because
Somebody already.
you've brought it up now 3 times. Do you guys know the Gallagher 2 story?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I know.
They're brothers.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Gallagher 2 was his brother,
Yeah.
and then he started. You taught him everything he knew, and then Gallagher 2 is like, "What if I'm actually Gallagher 1?" So he started going out as
What if I'm
Gallagher. And then, so he trained another guy to be the new Gallagher too. That was Carrot Top. Like,
Shut up.
I'm not. That's. I just heard this the other day. I'm like, what the shit? That would be an incredible movie.
I love stories like. Do you know the MF Doom story?
Which one? Yeah.
MF Doom used to, because he had the mask, right?
Mhm.
MF Doom had the Dr. Doom mask.
Yeah.
He would just hire his cousins to just go do shows for him.
Yeah.
So you would think that you were at an MF Doom show, but really it's just his cousin, like Rico.
It was so sick. Yeah. It would just be some random. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, man.
That's sick.
I've heard
That's
that
what I
sorts of-
want.
I don't know. Now you put me on the
Bamford
spot. I can't think of anything.
Bamford and Carrot Top. I'm not even gonna write that down because we got Bamford already. Yeah, you can say it.
Carrot Top,
You know. Yeah.
Carrot Top.
Oh yeah, Melina.
Damn right. Melina Best
Salvage album. Good save.
in the house.
Nice.
It's so hard to pick favorite.
The OG
comedians.
cat lady.
I mean, it's like picking rappers. Yeah.
It changes
I mean, you pick one
daily.
or two. You start with two, so you know.
I
You can
do.
rattle all 5, 10 if you want.
Yeah, I mean Bill Burr. You know,
Oh,
like,
Yeah,
Bill Burr's
I love
fantastic.
who?
Yeah.
There's a difference between who do you think is the best versus who is your favorite.
Who do you like? Who do you resonate with?
Yeah.
Frankie Boyle, Scottish comedian. So
Scottish comedian.
oh, I love Scott. Look, I'm British. Okay, I'm saying it here on the podcast first time. I'm British.
Wow, he's British.
Super extra British. You can
What
tell
are we
by the
talking
accent.
about though? Like
Great
joke
trade
writing,
deal.
charisma, like Mitch
Brexit.
Hedberg might be the greatest joke writer,
Oh, seriously, yeah,
but
he's great.
then Patrice O'Neill might have the greatest stage presence of all time.
Ooh,
And the-
best one-liner comic in Portland comedy, and Melina might agree with me on this.
I can't do just one line.
This guy named Chris Kemper.
Right on. I think I've heard that name.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. and it's so effortless for him too. He's one of the best one-liner comics in the Portland scene.
That shit's impressive. Like I don't
God,
know how
he's
like
good.
Jimmy Carr and people like
Oh,
that.
I
like
fucking love Jimmy.
having
Carr.
to memorize that many different sentences that many times in a row that are completely. I can memorize a story.
Mhm.
Cool. If you write down raw milk. I can tell you why raw milk is written down,
Mhm.
but I can't memorize 100 jokes in a row. Like, what the fuck? That's so weird. Some people is autistic.
Melina,
Chad.
you might remember this guy too. Do you remember Scott McCoy de Benedetto?
Yeah.
God, he was another
Yeah.
tremendous one-liner comic that started out in Portland. He was moved to Chicago for school. Just great. And when he started, he was like 19. And he would only do one mic a week.
And then he moved into the dairy industry.
Raw milk specifically.
Yep.
Nice.
Chad, what's your best one-liner? Your
My-
best. Give me
My
your
best
one-liner.
one-liner.
Give me a one-liner. And it doesn't have to be one. Like, you know what I mean?
No,
Give me a
this
bop,
is one.
bop,
This
bop,
is
bop,
one
bop.
that I wrote.
Give me a bop, bop, bop.
I once knew this firefighter that lost his job at a bakery because they kept telling him to stop dropping rolls. Melina knows this one.
I got one.
I don't.
Oh, I used to tell that often, like too often.
I love it. I'm transgendered. It means I'm only trans when I hear I'm just a girl by no doubt.
Damn.
So Scott Boyle, and who else you got? Maria Bamford, B&B.
Frankie Boyle, Tim Vine.
I don't even know these fucking people.
Tim Vine's another British
Tim
one.
Okay.
You like British comedy? Huh? Yeah, I bet you like Monty Python and shit like that, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the
I'm gonna be honest. Hot take. I know everyone's gonna hate me for this.
I'm gonna hate you for this.
I'm not a big like Monty Python.
I knew I was
guy.
gonna hate you for this.
Agreed.
Thank you. It's because we're so East Coast, bro.
I mean, this is
Shut up, Joseph.
You couldn't relate, dude.
the dissertation where
Stop.
the peasants are in the muck and he's giving a dissertation about society and shit. Great bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the
Throwing a
bits
fucking
are
cow
good.
over the wall. That's all right.
It's just
The bunny,
Tis but a scratch.
the fucking
Tis
rat,
merely
the
a flesh
beast.
wound, my lord.
The beast is incredible.
the holy
It's
hand
just
grenade.
not
Way
for
to
me.
describe it. Incredible.
The fucking the fact like the rabbit attacks the guy and he's like Jesus Christ like that.
Just bites his head off. It's
Yes,
hilarious.
that's
It's
incredible.
just stupid, but it's so
It's so dumb.
it's so perfectly stupid, and I love that
Yes.
shit.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not clever or funny. It's just never
You're not
been
clever
for me.
or funny.
I was
Oh
never
my
able to
God.
make it.
What did I even do? I'm a sweet
Sorry.
boy.
Sorry.
Melina, weigh in. Who do you like mainstream comedy?
Ooh.
I'm not even on a mic.
There you are. We
Yeah,
can
you
hear
are. You got the green mic.
The green one is.
I can hear.
That's
you
a lucky one.
Thursday.
That's the lucky mic. So wow, that's a lucky mic.
This is my favorite color.
Hey, man.
No, we
You're
can hear
good.
Tig Notaro
Ooh
and Taylor Tomlinson.
Yes, Taylor Tomlinson
You
is
stay
fucking
with the B's,
incredible.
you want the T's. What's Taylor doing now? She's got some.
A lot of alliteration.
you. After midnight.
She's After Midnight
Yeah.
is a
It sounds like a vocal warm up. Tig Notaro, Taylor Tomlinson. Taylor Tomlinson.
Boyle
I love
and
both of them.
Bamford.
They're great joke
Boyle
writers.
and Bamford.
Boyle and Bamford.
What's the show she's doing right now?
After midnight. Yeah.
And what is that about?
She has other comedians on. They do. It's kind of written improv, but it's
Written improv.
like
Rimprov. You get a
some
Rimprov
people.
job?
You can tell when you're watching it.
You got the job. You wanted that improv job. Wow.
When you're watching it, you
Why?
can tell some people are doing improv, and you can
Write
tell.
that shit down. I'm writing it down.
I'm sorry, keep going.
Ooh, speaking of improv.
Job.
Speaking of improv, anything from Dropout is fucking great. The
Yeah,
guys
Dropout's really funny.
Oh, Dropout's fucking great.
What's Dropout?
So they started off as College Humor, and then it's like a sect of them that broke off from College Humor, and they made their own studio called Dropout. And it's like Brennan Lee Mulligan, Sam Reich, Vic Michaelis, it's all these phenomenal improv artists, and they it's like
You
game
know what that
changer.
means? A bunch of lesbians.
Wow, what a lot of
I'm sorry. I lost the plot.
But no, they do this show called Game Changer. They do another one called Make Some Noise. They're on YouTube. They're great. I was watching them all day today.
I also watched it and it's really, really good. I'm not joking.
Oh, okay.
I am serious. No, I've also watched it and it's really, really
Can't
good.
trust
It's really
anything
fun.
you say now.
You guys,
unfortunately.
remember what I said earlier about we
Seriously,
have
said,
to be
wow,
able
it
to
was
joke.
good.
I'm joking around. No, it's really good.
A lot of jokes.
I can't
Some
do
of them land.
Can you do it? I can't do put me in a costume. I laugh too much.
Oh, I could not do improv.
I laugh too. I feel like a silly
a
boy.
lot of stand-up comics shit on improv. I will never shit on improv.
No,
That
it's
is-
hard.
It's fucking difficult.
fucking hard, dude.
It's in the same vein as crowd work.
Did you like Whose Line when you were a
I
kid?
loved Who's
Yeah,
Line. Yeah,
great show.
100%.
It was British guys, weren't they? Canadian. Sorry, close enough.
Well, there's
yes, Wayne Brady.
They
was
all have a
very
queen.
British.
Absolutely.
They had. I mean, it was originally a British show, and then they did a U.S. version.
Did not know
Whose
that.
line is it anyway?
But they still had Colin Mockery and
Yeah,
Red Stars.
whose line in it anyway? Yeah, it's Colin Mockery was still in it.
Yeah, no, I'm not even joking. You can watch old episodes.
For real.
Oh,
Back when he
God.
had hair?
He had more hair.
Was he born bald?
Probably. That's how babies work, generally.
Dude,
He was
imagine-
born bald. He stayed bald.
What did you say your last name? Because Colin Mockery, like being a comedian and your name is Colin Mockery, is fucking very ironic. What did you say?
Oh, it was Gigalotti.
Gigalotti.
Could you imagine if his name was Chad Gigalotti? None of us would believe him.
No.
Chad laugh a bunch of.
That's good.
Oh God.
Laugh a bunch of. Fuck you, Charlie. That's good.
That could be. I mean, I think you might just got given a nickname. I don't know if you got a nickname, but that's a
pretty good.
hey, laugh a bunch of. You can't give yourself. A
Dude,
Did you ever have any nicknames? Sorry.
Oh, shit.
yeah.
I did.
Yeah, Joey, what was it?
Hog. HAWG.
Why?
Hot ass white girl.
Why was your nickname Hog? Do you have a big dick? Tell us the
No.
truth.
No.
All right.
Wow, look at that hog.
Oh wow.
Yeah. This was, before cocks were referred to as hogs, I believe.
Okay.
Playing football, my football coach said you played like the Washington Redskins back in the day. Their offensive line was known as the Hogs. And he said you play like this group of guys,
I feel you.
hence hog. But that's when dog, DAWG, was becoming popular in rap culture. So it became hog, HAWG.
Mm.
Yeah.
I've had any other ones? I've been when I was a little kid. I was really. I don't know how to say this right.
Wait, is this mouth again?
Mouth, yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
I was really slow. Like I did everything very cautiously. Like I was very. I know. And they called me Kokomo Joe
Kokomo Joe.
Oh, nice.
because I was chill as fuck.
Kokomo.
Not too
Start
fast.
real fast and then we'll take it slow.
And they called me.
That's where we want to go.
My
Way
uncle.
down in Kokomo.
My uncle to this day, he still calls me Coke. He still calls me Coke.
Ooh, I want
He'd be like, "Hey,
Coke?
Coke." I know.
Yeah, you got to shorten out to Coke.
different connotation now.
But it's from Kokomo.
Wow, what a lot of
And they-
drugs he does.
They call me Slowpoke Rodriguez as well. But then, when I hit
Dude, you
puberty, I
totally
went
look like
fucking nuts, dude. I went the fuck off. And I got the nickname Bling Bling. I don't know if you guys have ever seen bum fights, but look at bum fights and there's a crackhead. You ever seen bum fights? No? Anybody? It's this really. It's like think Jackass, but like the Jackass that you wouldn't be able to see on TV. You know,
Okay.
it was really fucked up. Like they would like it was really fucked up. They would like grease up a pole and tape a bunch of crack to a pole that they greased up, and then watch the bums try to like climb up the pole.
Wowzer.
But
That is fucking-
there was this very charismatic
Jackass stuff, yeah.
crackhead. There was this very charismatic crackhead named Bling Bling that my friends thought I had. What? Come on.
That's your namesake.
You guys.
And then they called you that. 'cause he
They
was
call me Bling Bling. And
You know, a
E.T.
charismatic crackhead. We'll call him Bling Bling.
Bling Bling and E.T. Those were my nicknames when I was a teenager. It was Bling Bling and E.T.
Everybody else, did you have a nickname besides Laugh a Buncha?
Laugh a bunch.
I like that.
Let's see. My mom called me Tiger.
Yeah, she did.
Oh shit!
striped
High
ears
school, I got the nickname of Fish Food, and that's a funny story. The first time I ever smoked weed, and I say smoked weed because it was not weed; it was rosemary and fish food that my friends rolled up into a joint made of computer paper.
Like literal fish food?
100%. And I thought I was high. I could have been. I
have
definitely
been.
could have been. And they called me Fish Food because I thought I was high. And they're like, hey, dude, that was rosemary and fish food. And so I got the nickname Fish Food throughout high school.
FF.
Yeah.
Nice.
FF. Yeah.
Are you okay?
No, dog.
Are you gonna cry, Chad?
No,
What's
high
up?
school.
He's in it right
You're
now.
acting like a real bitch right now.
you got
dude.
Simon and Garfunkel on there? Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Did you guys not see that flashing before his
he's
eyes
like
just now?
looking through the wall, looking at it. It was
Damn,
Yeah.
son.
Yeah.
1,000-yard stare.
Shabbat,
That-
what do you got? What do
Are
got
you
for
sure it
nicknames,
wasn't?
man?
Hey, wait. Are you sure it wasn't catnip? Because isn't catnip like a drug or some shit?
For cats?
Cats, yeah.
All right, I'm Mr. Dumb Guy.
We have the cat expert in here right now. So like,
Right on.
I thought that maybe it was a drug for everybody. My bad. I wasn't,
Hey,
well,
my
Joseph
bad.
had a problem
Try and
with
tell
cat
us.
food as a kid, or catnip as a kid. Cat food. Well,
Who
I mean,
hasn't had a
you were on
problem with
stamps,
cat
so
food
like,
at some point in their life? Come on, let's not act
your
like
mom,
we're
your
above
mom
it.
was like, "Here's some food stamps," and you're like, "Sweet cat food."
Hunger Games shit.
That's six.
6 times.
That's six.
He double deal. Oh, it's wow.
All right,
Oh no.
Shabbat,
Charlie.
you got
we're gonna be okay.
Shabbat?
Hey guys, we're gonna be okay.
It's gonna be okay.
My dad called me like a lot of variations: Shaka Boogie, Shaka Zulu.
I feel like
Shaka
something racist
Zulu's
is about to happen.
Racial.
Yeah.
I mean, you are African, so
We all are 5,000
Are you
years ago.
South African?
say it's totally in the pocket.
Uh,
Shaka Zulu.
yeah, wow. I don't know. Shaka Boogie was a big one.
But what was the abbreviation?
Shaquille O'Neal.
Shock.
Shaka Boogie.
Char Char,
Boog.
Charmander, Charmeleon, all
Hell
those,
yeah.
Charizard.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Mhm. That's about it.
Childhood nicknames are important, you guys. Like
No Chucky D, Chucky Baby. Hey yo, Chuck, bust a move, man.
It informs your
Nobody?
character.
Public Enemy?
He's walking up with the
Well,
cart
I know
to the
Public Enemy, but I'm
Hey
saying
yo, remember that line you was kicking to me while we was down?
but nobody called me Chuck, or they got a. Yeah.
It was like Fraction Bronson.
What do you got for nicknames?
Ooh, Melinda.
Not,
It's not even a nickname. Jesus, she'll kill you.
I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah, I don't think that's a nickname.
I haven't
That was
been
one of your
practicing
bits,
my butterfly knife defense, so I'm good on talking shit to Mel. Can I call you Mel? Is that okay?
No.
No, what can I call you?
Melina.
Yeah.
Melina?
It's three
Can I call
syllables, though. You
you?
gotta chop it down somewhere.
Stop.
Chapin.
Stop now.
Okay, so
That's why
don't.
we're asking for nicknames,
Hey,
so we know.
Melina
how to-
Best is protected, okay?
I love to shorten names.
Yeah, that's how. That's why you do it.
The rest
Thank
of
you.
me is short, so.
You can call her the best.
But you got big dick energy.
Around.
BDE. It's three syllables as well.
Would you rather have big dick energy or a big dick?
I'd rather.
Anybody.
That's not a bad fucking question.
Anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Big dick.
Because you can get laid a lot, and girls don't really mind if your dick ain't that big. But
I've known cats
or
with,
would you rather actually just have a big dick?
I'm still wanting to know what Melina's nickname is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm waiting for the answer, but we could have a conversation.
I
on the
didn't
side,
get
too.
the vibe that she wanted one.
It's not if she wants one. She.
I'm sorry.
We're the worst guest that you've ever had
I'll
on
get you
show.
fucking the fucking.
I need a
nasal tape
CPAP.
next time.
I need a
Chad,
CPAP.
we have crashed this plane, and now we are fighting for fucking. Look, we have 3 MREs left.
It was Melina who?
Oh, yeah.
No, that was a joke.
That's long form.
Because I'm invisible.
Long form, like the opposite of Chad's penis. Hey.
That's what my wife said. All right, Melina, for real.
Nothing. All right. We'll work on it. Shabak,
Who's
help us out.
Who the fuck is Shabak?
Shabak Alik.
Shabak Ali.
Charles.
Hey, bro, alhamdulillah, inshallah, bismillah, inshallah.
That's racial.
Everybody who's just watching, my name is
You
Giuseppe.
can't give yourself a
He says, "My name is Giuseppe. This is Shabak Alik, and it's the old Italian guy podcast. So that's what I was branded as."
That sounds like Nicky Cass.
It is.
Is that Nicky Cass?
Yeah.
I
Nicky
love
Cass
Nicky
is
Cass.
the shit.
Yeah.
He's so good.
I love that.
Yeah.
guy.
Hey,
Joe,
my name is
Giuseppe.
Giuseppe.
It's just my host, Shabak Alik.
He's Shabak
And it don't
Ali.
fucking translate to nothing. Some people say it's from Chewbacca.
As a-
maybe.
My
As a
dad
construction
loves
worker,
Nicky
I
Cass.
really appreciate when he's like, I'm looking under your porch and I'm seeing that your mandolins aren't even connected to your two tones. That
He's
doesn't
good,
mean
man.
anything, dude.
God, Nicky Cass is fire.
Yeah,
He's dope.
he's made money doing that. That's good. Good for him.
God.
Young kid doing a thing.
Oh yeah,
Right on.
That's the goal, right? You know, I looked over.
Shabak Ali.
I looked over the edge of the.
Of
I
glory.
did the influencer thing on Instagram, and it got to a point where like I had like famous people messaging me and blah blah blah. But I
It
was
was Magic
smart.
Johnson.
No, I was smart. I could show you. I was smart. I didn't put my face on there. I made sure that I was anonymous completely because why the fuck would I do that? You know.
Sure.
Listen, Chad, I was getting like 8,000 likes in like 10 minutes type shit. you know?
What a lot of likes.
All right, but
sorry.
listen, I messed up one time. If you ever see that meme where it's Henry Cavill and it's like, what do you like in a woman? And it's like breasts, boobs, or breasts and boobs are the same.
Yeah.
Breasts, legs, whatever. And he's like mental illness. I did that. And a bunch of people sent me death threats, like hardcore, dude. I got in big troubles. And
Charlie, can you pull this up?
no, you could pull up the meme, but I didn't put my thing on it. I tried to make sure that like, dude, I had a girlfriend who like dumped me because of this. She was like, I don't want to be an influencer guy's girlfriend. It was weird, dude.
I understand that part of it.
And yeah, right. And I do too.
But
And
the joke is good, yeah.
but I like stepped back from the edge and I was like, ooh, I see how fucked up this can be. Like, and that's why, everybody, I'm gonna go to therapy before I attempt to post a bunch of clips and get famous at this comedy shit, because it's not gonna. This is gonna go in the Belushi Farley way. If I don't, guys, it's not gonna be good.
Yowzer.
I know. Hey, sometimes we gotta get real, man.
That's 100%. I appreciate that too.
Only authentic.
Yeah, exactly. Keep it real. These famous comics you listed: Chad Daniels, Tom Segura, Maria Bamford, Dave Attell. If they're 5 hours away, you buying a ticket and go seeing them?
No.
Ah,
If they're a half hour away, I'm not. If they're 5 minutes away,
Nah,
they're
I'm
next
poor.
to my house.
You're not gonna go see them?
Nope.
no.
Why not?
If Tom's coming to somewhere like A or if he's coming to Helium, or if he's doing like the Keller or whatever, like yes, I'll do that. But if he's like 5 hours away, like if he's 5 hours away, likely he's gonna be in Portland next. like.
But I think like the real question is, do you like care to see? Like, are you like, oh my god, I want to see them? I don't.
Not that bad.
I don't give
not
a
enough to
fuck.
waste
I'm
that much
trying
gas.
to be a dick or anything, but I could care less.
Someone
No.
else is driving. Are you going 5 hours to see them?
Right.
Yeah.
Like no. Like I'm not
You're
gonna.
playing Vancouver, BC, and not Vancouver, WA.
No.
No?
I would need to get my passport renewed. Like.
Yeah, I could give a fuck less.
like that's the thing too though, is like I do love these guys, and I do
Same.
like I wouldn't say like idolize them, but like they're definitely the reason. Yeah, they're one of the reasons I got into doing stand up.
Mhm.
But at the same time, it's like if they're gonna be local, yeah, I'll buy a ticket, I'll go see them. I'm not gonna fly down to LA to go see these guys.
Right on.
Like that's no. Like they can come to me.
The first lady I ever met on Tinder was this lady who was in Vancouver. She came over here for one of the Impractical Jokers cruises.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
She flew from New York.
Poor taste.
She flew from New York to Vancouver to go to see the. I would never.
Mm-mm.
I don't. Yeah, like you have to like take me. You know what I mean? Like someone has to be like you have to. But it's not because
Like
I
you're
don't
not
wanna
going to
see
seek
them.
it out.
It's not that like I just that's just not me. Like I don't really want to. I'm not really concerned with it. I'll watch your special when it comes out, and the person that I'm with, I will be like, wait, watch this person. They're sick. This is John Mulaney. This is
Oh,
da da da.
love John Mulaney.
That's my guy. I fucking
Should I put him on a list?
God.
John Mulaney?
John
Yes,
Mulaney's
yes.
another great one.
put him on the list. But
Drugs or
Both.
after drugs?
Both.
Both.
100%.
But
Because like he was
I'll watch-
he was sober before. Like there was shit he was doing where he was talking about
He's
like
so
his
smart.
alcoholism and like his sobriety and stuff, and then like he relapsed, and like the stuff after his relapse as well is fucking amazing.
It's a beautiful story.
God, he's
But yeah,
He
like,
doesn't
I'll
look
watch
like
his
a drug
special,
addict.
But even John Mulaney, you saw how excited I got about how much I love that guy. I'm not going 5 minutes to watch that motherfucker either. I'm not driving even that far.
right,
But I'm a selfish, narcissistic person. So.
Let me switch it up. Let's say pick a major comedy city, New York, Austin, LA. Let's say you're going there for a week for something, a wedding,
Right.
something. You're going to be in there. You getting tickets to the mothership or the cellar or the store?
if
I
it's
would.
if it's Austin and it's the mothership, yeah, I'll
If I'm
go
on-
check out
if
the
I'm
mothership.
on vacation. For
100%.
Sure,
Right on.
Yeah, and, like if it coincides with what I'm already doing, yes, 100%. Yeah, I will do that. I will plan that out. I will, between the wedding or whatever I'm there for.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
Mhm.
100%. But like that's the thing is like if I'm already planning on being there,
Mhm.
yeah, I'll go and I'll check it out. But like I'm not going there just for that.
You're not going to do it just for comedy.
No,
Wow.
no.
I was trying to equate it. Many of the vacations I've been on in the last 20 years doing cooking. I'm going to go to XYZ city, and these are the restaurants I'm going to eat at there, and I'm going to be going there specifically for
That's
that.
different.
Food
That-
tourism I'm into. I would go to somewhere, a
Mhm.
city, just for the specific reason of eating at a restaurant.
Okay.
Yes.
But I would, I've never been to the Comedy Store or the Mothership, but I've been to the Comedy Cellar.
Hmm.
If I had, extra cash and time off and could get away, I would definitely fly to New York City and go to the Comedy Cellar 5 nights in a row
Just for that.
just for that.
Wow.
And
No, that's dedication,
I've
though.
been
That
there-
is.
I've been there and experienced it, and I have some kind of. I know a little bit what to expect going there too, and the level
Right.
it's going to be there. You know, it's one of the highest levels around right now. But I would do that for Austin and probably the comedy. LA is not my favorite. I've been for it once, but you know, depending on what the lineup is, I'd probably do it. Yeah.
That's fair. No, that is
Yeah.
fair.
I pulled up the mothership more than once just to see who's playing and who's going to be there. And buying tickets to there is like fucking damn near impossible. They're 3, 4, 5, 6 months out.
Yeah. Shit.
I have friends who are literally there, like going there regularly, and I'm still like, you know, I don't do it. But it's not because I don't think it's not worth it. It's not that I don't think it's a good show or anything.
Because we're
like that.
poor.
No, it's also that like I'm a super self-absorbed. I'm a comic. Like it's me. You know what I mean? Like so, I'm like, all right, I'm not so worried about.
How does this serve me?
Yes, exactly. And that's one of the things that I've had to learn to fucking fight the most in this thing where I'm like, oh, I have to help Chad. Even though I'm not doing nothing.
Bro, you need to start sharing that ticket link. I swear to God.
I'm trying my best.
Try harder.
Paraoke. Anyway, yeah. It's
Get on your
it's something I
socials.
struggle
I
with
still-
is trying
there's
to be
still a
more
video.
of a good friend and a selfless person and actually
There's
really
still
help
a
the show.
video that I made you a collaborator on that you have not accepted yet.
You guys, I'm one of those friends where it's like you message me and then I message you back like 3 fucking weeks later. Like for real, huh? Like it's
Then-
bad.
No, dude, because I
People
will.
or your friends should know how
I
to communicate
bug
with
you.
you then.
Yeah, I get in touch with
see
this
him when I
girl
see
if I
him.
really need to talk to him.
So you want to see it.
I get in touch with this girl if I really need to talk to him.
So you know how to communicate.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah, because then she'll be like, "Hey, you need to get in touch with Chad." He goes, "I know."
So you got homies that are going to Austin, you said? Regularly?
I have
Juan
friends who
Denmark
are-
being
who are
one of them.
there. People who have been. We got people like Lucas Kopp, Juan Denmark. If you look up Lucas Kopp, Juan Denmark, or Brie Collette on Kill Tony, they did really fucking good.
Juan crushed.
Yes, they did really fucking good.
He
So
did
did Lucas.
So good.
So did Bree. Bree was awesome. Like Shane Gillis was super. Like fucking hell yeah, Bree. That's one of my best friends in the world. I love her. She sells burps for a living. But yeah, like there's
Nah,
people
dude,
that
it's-
have gone out there and they
yeah.
murder on it, but
Are they
it's
going
just
down
not
there?
something that I'm.
Are they going there for Kill Tony specifically?
I think everybody has their reasons for going there, but a big part of it is that they're going down there for that.
All right, so you plan a week there. I mean, there's plenty of clubs right on 6 where you could
That's one, and yeah, you
There's
can
plenty
go.
of clubs,
You can
man,
go
yeah.
to an open mic, right?
you could do 10
You're
bites
doing
in a
a
night.
in terms of Kill Tony though. If you want to go down there and try it as somebody who doesn't live there,
Mhm.
you're doing a 1 in 300 chance
It's an
on one
investment.
Monday.
Mhm.
One Monday,
Mhm.
you got a 1 in 300 chance versus somebody who's been going there for 52 weeks, whatever, a year. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And signing up every time is not. There's 300 people that sign up,
Yeah.
so you might not get on. You know,
You just get on and you kill it, and you
So-
get a golden ticket, and next thing you know, you got
you could be famous.
arena. Yeah, you're doing arenas, and you got 5 Netflix specials and everything else.
Yeah,
Ooh.
everything is off.
Another Portland comic that went down to Austin and has like really made some shit for himself. And Melina will back me up on this. Carter Anderson.
Is he the weird one?
Weird one.
You know what I mean? He's
He is
weird.
now.
No, he
that's
so
it.
Carter Anderson started out in Portland and then he moved down to Austin and has been hitting the scene down there really hard. He got big on like TikTok in like during COVID.
Mhm.
He does these bits where he pretends to be restaurants and he like superimposes his eyes and his mouth over them.
Okay.
And so he's like Taco Bell or Taco Bell versus McDonald's or McDonald's versus Burger King or whatever. And he's talking about, he's like talking as these restaurants. And like Taco Bell has a bit where Taco Bell will steal other people's slogans. And then he's like, "That's not your slogan, bitch." And so
I love that you're butchering this very funny person.
No, he's honestly tremendous.
What's their name again?
Carter Anderson.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Was he in a cult?
The Taco Bell cult? I don't know.
All right, I'm just wondering. Some of these people are in cold, so I'm just saying.
It happened.
No, Carter's
Kurt Metzger.
Carter's great. Carter used to run this open mic at this spot called the Big Legrowski, and it was a Big
Rip.
Lebowski themed growler bar.
Shout out to JB Garner, the little Lebowski.
Rip Grip Big Legrowski, because they also used to do open jam
Yep.
Sundays and Tuesdays, and they had like full like backline instruments, everything you needed. The original owner was like super big into music, and then someone else took it over and they kept it going. And during COVID, it was really cool because they had this big plate glass window, so they'd have the band inside, everybody could sit outside and watch, and they had like just the speakers pointing out the door so you could hear. It was right out on the street. And then it changed hands again. It became Abide PDX,
Yeah.
and it's no longer.
It went downhill after that. And it was cool because like when I first started comedy, there were 3 main Tuesday night mics. There was the Helium mic, there was Big Legrowski, and there was the Brody Theater. And so you would go and you would sign up at Helium, may or may not get on. And then the sure things were you could do Legrowski and you could do the Brody. And so every Tuesday night I would do Legrowski and I would do the Brody. And I would start at Legrowski, do my set there, go over to the Brody, do my set there. And those were probably at that time they were the 2 best mics in the city. And it was, they were definitely like a comics mic too. But with Legrowski, you would get a good mix of comedians and like normies. And so that was where you would test your metal. That's where you would test the jokes that you're like, hey, I want to tell these on stage during a show. So I'm going to go to Legrowski and I'm going to test my shit. The Brody was like an improv theater space, and it was great. And they shut down before COVID happened, actually, and it really sucked because it was a great space. So,
Right on.
yeah, but
Cool.
fuck, it is.
I wasn't around
say
at that
4 or 5
time.
hours, so.
I was doing heroin.
Congratulations. Just chipping or full on in it?
Just getting it in.
Right on.
Yeah, we did a long time, right?
Charles, how long have we been doing this?
Almost 4 hours.
Almost 4 hours. That's a good one.
Wow, you guys, hey.
Yeah, good talk.
Look,
Nice meeting you
triangle
guys.
trust right now.
Joey,
Dun, dun,
thank
dun.
you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for having us on,
Yeah.
man.
That was great. Rib job, rimprov job, rimprov job,
Sure.
Rimprov, dude.
rimprov.
Rimprov.
That's a big one. I got
You're getting down there, you don't really know what you're doing, you
I
know?
love that. I love
Laugh a bunch.
that.
That's good. That's my new name.
Bring him to the
Chad
stage.
Laugh a Bunch.
Rimprov jobs.
Rimprov job is
It's so
Chad
like, you
Gigalati,
had to be
aka
there.
Laugh a Bunch.
You got a bunch of AKAs right after. Bang. Hey, man. Gemstone Productions, Paraoke,
Yup.
all kinds of stuff coming in.
June
we'll have-
21st, Paraoke.
Every third Saturday, June 21st being the next one.
Nice.
No, tomorrow at Poor Choices Bar every last Thursday. Roast Wars at Bunk Water every last Saturday. Poor Choices every Thursday, baby. That's fucking buggy.
You guys are busy doing the damn thing.
We out here.
Get out there, grind, don't stop, whatever you fucking do. Or do. I'm not fucking in charge. But get out there, do the mics, do the fucking work, and you will have fruit from your labors.
I appreciate it, Joey.
Yeah,
Man,
cheers.
This was so fun, dude.
Yeah, it was great, man.
brother.
Definitely the funnest podcast I've ever done. This was dope.
Really?
Yeah, this was sick.
I just got to sit here and listen to you guys.
I apologize for any discretions I might have.
Apologize.
Well, I'm an awful person, man. You heard me.
Leave that twine there. I'm gonna put it on the fucking floor, and somebody's gonna pick it up. Whether it be you or the fucking guy behind you. I don't give a fuck.
Doesn't matter who. Well, I'm tipping you.
Exactly.
You did something for me.
It feels like the type of job that you would get tipped for, too. Like, you know what I mean? Like a valet, or, you just did my tires. Here's a 20 spot. Here's a hand job,
It's
you know?
performed a service. Hand
Yeah.
job, fucking tires. Brought me my fucking cheeseburger.
If they gave hand jobs at Les Schwab, I would take way better care of my cars. Way better.
For a handy?
Why not? I call them, I call it Amish style, good old fashions.
Fashions, yeah.
Churning the butter.
For fucking
Thank you,
scumbag.
thank you. But yeah,
Allegedly.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a big porn guy. I like my porn. I've recently been into the hand. Who doesn't love a good hand?
No, that's we do that. It's a
happen.
running bit.
Sometimes we'll just become Trump together for like 3 days. Where like for 3 days, a lot of people be like, he can't be that much Trump. Wow, he's that Trump.
So much Trump. The Trumpiest, really.
And that's how we'll communicate for like 3 days on the fucking road.